Alright, Singus says everything's peachy, so let us resume. Where last I left off, what was I doing again? That's right, integrating my companies. I actually can't imagine there's going to be anything very bombastic or exciting happening henceforth. I am absorbing, otherwise destroying, all possibilities for all other companies right now. I'm going to clean the map, and then it's going to be a case of building my horrible dystopia, and then we're going to jam people in and sell all our stuff to them. Once I've eliminated all the other competition, that's when I'm going to make all of the other goods that I'm not currently on, which is a fair whack of them. And then, as the only person selling it, well, we'll be able to look a bit more into how it works with managing to grab all of the market share. But for now, what I need to do is set myself up a new subsidiary company. So this is going to be Return of the Shell. I should have had like a little shell icon so I could use that for my shell companies. How much money are they going to need? Probably quite a lot. They need to be able to buy up all this stuff, and it's probably going to cost them like 8 billion or so. So there's 8 billion. And they need a throwaway CEO. Jeff's a pretty throwaway guy, so he'll be in charge of that. He's not allowed to do anything, although I won't be giving him any time to do anything. I just don't want to take the risk there, especially not with issuing new shares. And now what I do is I grab the companies that I took under my wing. Those are DE, BMW, and the Hansa. So we go to DE, and we transfer some firms. Actually, before that, we look at what firms they do have. I want those destroyed, those destroyed, those destroyed, destroyed, destroyed. The only thing I actually want to keep for myself is that telecom. Maybe the internet company. Let's actually have a look at that internet company. It's an e-commerce firm. I already have one, so their crummy one can go. And I definitely want to control all telecom, so I want to take that over. I'm happily destroying those commercial buildings as well. How is there no weeb company set up in this? I mean, we could set up a weeb company. That wouldn't be difficult at all. It would also be very easy to mod in weeb content to this game. Surprisingly happy to be modded this game. Right, DE. Transfer those firms. Transfer everything. Okay, that did select all. Except I need to locate that telecom thing and not select that. Where are you at, telecom? Don't tell me you're right at the top, because then I'm going to feel like a fool from scrolling from the bottom to the top. And it's pretty much at the top. Let's deselect that. Transfer those selected firms and put them over to Return of the Shell. Holy moly, the fair market value is 9 billion. Okay, right. This is going to cost me more money than I thought. Return of the Shell company then needs another capital injection. Are they able to do a special dividend, by the way? No, because it doesn't count as retained earnings, so I'm going to need to keep this a little bit tight. Right, well, if they need another several billion, so be it. I'll inject that into them for now. I'll be getting a good chunk of this money back when the company goes bankrupt, but it's still a lot of upfront cost. Maybe I should take out some stuff from the bank soon enough. Okay, let's get back to it then. So please transfer, again, all those firms except for the telecom, which was near the top. Although we're about to find that it's not near the top this time. There it is. And transfer those over to Return of the Shell company. And now it's going to complain about the R&D stuff that didn't transfer over, and that's okay, we'll just go and destroy those one by one. So, go to factory, factory makes that, factory gets demolished. Other factory making stuff, factory gets demolished. And other stuff, you've got this, which is doing research and things, doesn't matter, away it goes. There's probably a more efficient way to do this in terms of retaining money for the company, but in terms of saving my time and sanity, transferring firms over to... definitely get review. Transferring firms over to a shell company and forcing the shell company to go bankrupt saves me the least amount of clicking, or saves me as much clicking around and destroying things as imaginable. So already that's 80, 158, 160, about 170 firms, which I would have to manually go in and destroy each of them of. The shell company will auto-destroy for me, so very nice of them. So that's DE, pretty much destroyed. Now there's Barony Motor Works. I hate them. They barely own anything. So let's just transfer what little they have over to Return of the Shell Company. 100 million, that's nothing money. And even then... Okay, no, that transferred over everything. And then there's the Hansa, who similarly has quite a few companies to move over. So transfer firms. How much would it cost to transfer them, by the way? Let's check that first. Select all, transfer. Costs 3.324 billion. So I'm going to want to transfer another... maybe... Actually, let's make sure we are transferring over exactly the right amount. Because there are some things that I don't want to hand over. I don't want to hand over the telecom. Is that a media station? I may or may not want to keep that media station for myself. I'm unsure. Tell me about that media station. It's a newspaper publisher. It's got 27% reach. How many newspaper firms are there in Vancouver? There are 6. No, that's all cities. What about Vancouver? Vancouver has 5 different newspaper stations, and aside from the one that the crummy Zabulba Three Mountains company has, they all have 20% or so coverage. Do I want to keep this one? Yeah, I guess. So I'll keep the newspaper thing for myself. Other than that, I want the telecom, and the internet companies I don't know about actually. What are your internet companies here? Well, that e-commerce thing is just going to go away immediately. I have no need for multiple e-commerce companies. You have a photo sharing website. Don't I have a photo sharing website? It is profitable. Some might even say it's very profitable. And it's situated over in Toulouse. He's got Instagram. I don't know how Instagram makes money in the real world. I'm not even sure I've ever used Instagram. Probably has advertisements or stuff going through it, or maybe some kind of data ownership stuff. But I already have a photo sharing thing, and it's even more profitable, so that other one can go away. Probably through ad, yeah, I believe that. Okay, photo sharing website. I wonder if that can be transferred over. Then we get fair market rate when it gets destroyed. Online stock trading, I don't own for myself. And being able to get this personally seems rather nice. So how about we just relocate you? Oh, I can't move you because everything is set for not allowed to be built on. Yeah, wow, all this land is just straight up not available. I will, however, integrate that for myself. So I'll keep your internet companies and your telecom and your newspaper publishing house. Everything else can go away to Return to the Shell Company. And since I want to keep the Shell Company on a tight leash financially, I'm going to make sure they have pretty much exactly what they need for that. So, corporation, the Hansa, transfer firms, select all but deselect the... Oh, I can transfer these. Well, that's sweet. They'll be integrated into me immediately. It's showing some stuff that cannot be transferred due to some software-related stuff. Where's that telecom at, though? Oh, here we go. You're going to make it... There we go. Deselect that. Transfer those over. 3.189. So if I give 100 million or 110 million to Return to the Shell Company, we'll be okay. That might be a little difficult because capital injection is a minimum of 6... Oh man, that is a lot. Can I go and do a financial action for Return to the Shell Company where they just take that out as a loan from myself? How much do they need? Like 100 million or so? There we go. That's actually better than doing a capital injection because then I'm just going to integrate their debt rather than have any trouble doing anything else. Or rather, well, they're going to go bankrupt anyway. No big deal. So, getting back to it. Corporation, the Hansa, transfer all those firms, select all but not you, and the other things I don't want to select. No, there was the newspaper publishing, wasn't there? Where is that? I bet I forgot about it again. Making life hard for me. There we are. Deselect that. Oh yeah, I missed them out in the transfer stuff. Oh well, my mistake. Give it over to the Return of the Shell Company, and then anything you have left, I just want destroyed. So I go firms, factory. This one goes bye-bye. Nobody needs that much Football Manager in their life. And wow, they really love Football Manager. We're making a fair bit of that. And otherwise you have that software company that I want gone. And I'll be taking the rest of these. Excellent. So we go and we make sure that the return of the play cart repays back all of that money that they took out of the bank. But now that probably means they have too much money, doesn't it? Yeah, they got like 100 million. So I'm going to actually have them deposit their money into my own bank. That way they're broke and they'll go bankrupt. I should have done this before. I completely forgot about depositing and withdrawing money from the banks like that. And back to us we go. And with my fat stack of cash, it is time to merge myself with these guys because they got only the firms that I want. Yeah, ignoring you. Only the firms I want, which is nothing, and only the firms that I want. So, sadly, it's going to be an expensive one, but it always is. Find the ones that I own so much here. Barony Motor Work, $21 price on that, right? Just do the merger, costs $500 million, pay it in cash, and that's another company wiped out. We're getting there. The Hansa as well, oh, that stock price, but still, merge in for 1.3 billion. Bye-bye. What's that dong for? That's telling me that I got myself my new buildings. That's fine by me. Next, next, next. Great. Those should all be profitable, and for me. Especially that online stock trading. Happy to have that for myself, and Dale Gribble can take charge of it. And, well, that'd be fine. I just wish that I could move it to another city, but I believe, yeah, cannot relocate to another city. I'm just going to have to keep that in Toulouse. Which is a shame. Toulouse doesn't have good setup for being my little Silicon Valley, but what you're going to do, ignore all that. And fold in DE Company. Again, that's a ridiculous price to pay per share. Yeah, that's regrettable, but I'm not going to wait on it. I'm just going to make it so. There we go. Now, interesting thing about bringing in DE was it gave me a lot of control over other companies. We now have Ming, and was it just Ming? Damn, I thought you had other things. In any case, I control Ming now, and I can merge in Ming, so I should consider doing the same treatment for them. So we go to Ming, and we look at their firms, and I'm probably just going to fold in Ming straight away. There's no good reason not to just fold in the companies that I've got myself here. I didn't buy Datadyne yet, Marvin. Datadyne costs 60 billion, or even more so. Sure, they have a lot of stock, and they're probably only going to get more expensive, but I actually want to build up a bit more money to do that. Probably foolish. I should just be taking out Omega loans and doing that, but it doesn't change the fact that I don't particularly want to. Looking at this, though, I should probably go and make sure that return of the shell company, which sadly has lost a lot of its name there, just make sure that they have all the money that they could possibly need to transfer the firms over, and we'll see what integrating Ming gets me. So you're going to transfer firms. You're going to wait. What do I not want to transfer? I don't want to transfer your telecom company, and I don't know what that company is. Your internet company. It is e-commerce. Well, the e-commerce just goes away. And then everything else other than your telecom is going to be transferred over. So Ming, transfer firms, select everything, and then find the telecom. Deselect that, and transfer these over to return of the play carts. And then if they have any, yeah, they had 6 tech-related buildings. We're just going to find them and destroy them. Bye-bye, Joan of Arc. I played a game called Joan of Arc, but it wasn't a PC game. It was for the PSP. It wasn't very good. It was kind of like Fire Emblem, I suppose, or maybe Dynasty Tactics or Disgaea. And whilst I did play it to completion, I didn't find it very good. But around that time, I played so many games on the PSP and the Nintendo DS. Really interesting. You know, they weren't all good, but it was certainly interesting. I have played so much of those libraries, and yet there's still so much that I haven't played of them. Right, there we go. That makes my life a little easier, so now I can completely merge up with the Ming, and I'll only be getting their, hopefully not too crappy telecom. Their percentage of the market is pathetic. Wow, okay. Honestly, I'd rather just destroy it if it's that pathetic. I'll be able to get a fair market rate on that back, I think. So I actually think I would just transfer that over. What can I do? Here we go. Where's transfer again? Just transfer that firm over to return the play cards and destroy it. There you go, Jeff. It's all yours. So now let's find Ming and integrate Ming. There we go. I didn't take control of a new company, but as usual, I got their stocks and shares and things. So what do I own on the global market? Hey, I didn't get any global market stuff. How about bonds? No bonds either. Well, I am slightly disappointed. Hilarious to see the Three Mountains massive yield bonds here. Cerberus is foolish enough to buy them. Well, maybe Cerberus is just going to smoke that money for a while, but they're never going to see that. They're never going to see the principal back. Three Mountains will die eventually. Jeanne d'Arc was indeed that tactical RPG boomer. I've never met anyone else who's played it. For good reason. It's not a very good game. Right, return to the play cards. You've done me a solid here, but it's time for you to disappear. So I'm going to make sure that you repay every single penny of that, and you're going to go broke now. Let's check that they'll go broke. Yeah, they got no money. So down they go. You know, looking at it, my finances seem fine. Folding in those companies and taking all their money was sweet. Okay, now we see all these buildings with play carts on them here. Now you don't. And this is why I do the transfer to my shell companies. It very quickly disperses with a lot of those buildings that I just don't want to see. Also, I should have looked at this before, but these banks out here, I'm actually getting $500 million deposits from this one bank. But the ones that are next to all of my buildings here, yeah, 1.7 billion. I don't know enough about the cap on the amount of banking that general people do. I suppose if you have 100% of the market share, I don't think that means you have everyone. It just means of all the people banking, you have them all. So I don't even know if what I want to do is have nothing but a strip of banks here and here to get all the money that I can. I just don't know. And I wish I had a good way of checking that, but wow, you're making billions over there regardless. I think it might be worth considering just moving a lot more of my banks and insurance companies over. Must be pretty horrible. You come out of your home and all you see is just a row upon row of banking buildings and insurance buildings, all of them marketing so hard, because we do marketing, I don't know which ones to check it on, but all of our owned internet stuff is doing nothing but advertising all this banky stuff. I get good access to my companies here. You know, I think they're doing better and better as I churn down the competition, but the pod racing is still not very attractive to people. But yeah, the video, the ScrubTube, Ask Layton search engine, Caesar's Forums social network. In fact, I swear I'm missing one here. Oh, well, I've got a lot more media now, don't I? What about own media? Video sharing. Oh, well, I've got Instagram now, don't I? Yeah, I'm not using Passepartout's website. Should always be advertising there on Passepartout's gallery as well. Notflix continue to be profitable. It's hard to take it seriously. These small numbers here, when I have my e-commerce making me 10 billion in the past 12 months, that's a significant portion of the money I make here. Much of the money I'm making is actually from banking and internet. I don't think I'm making all that much money just from retail sales. Can we get numbers on that? Don't any of these tell me the amount of money I make from retail? I suppose for that I need to look at my... what is it? Is it firms? Yeah, it is firms. So retail stores make me about 3 billion. Is this in the past 12 months or since the past year? Probably the past year? Bank headquarters reports 7 billion. How accurate is that? Yeah, okay, so it's the past 12 months. That's a scary thought, though, that I would make so much more out of banking than actually giving things to the people. Still, though, we've not yet optimized the stuff that we sell to the people. But yeah, internet companies. Of course, e-commerce is part of what I do, right? If you look at it that way, then yes, I do make a huge amount off of the goods that I create and sell. And I hope to make more. One thing I don't know is that if e-commerce cuts out of the amounts that people are willing to pay on the retail market share in brick and mortar stores. I don't know that. I hope someday to find it out, though. Because there is somewhere that you can see breakdown between e-commerce and not. Yeah, here for example, we've got this much of a slice of the pie of Band-Aids. So almost everybody is buying our Band-Aids who could be buying our Band-Aids. But then there's e-commerce, which is suspiciously like the remaining chunk. Do we have 100% of the market? Is there overlap? Looking at just one product seems like a bad way to measure it, so let's try and find something else that we pretty much dominate on. As long as it's on us, we're okay. There's still some other people out there that do better than us. Okay, cold pills, for example. If I could just see any point where e-commerce plus retail is more than a full cycle, I know that e-commerce doesn't eat into this part. Until I can see that, though, I can't be certain. Cotton wool, then? Again, doesn't combine there. Duh, why do you think banking is so lucrative? Well, it turns against you in an economic downturn, I'll tell you that. Okay, what about buying fuel? And nobody buys fuel on e-commerce. That's a bit of a shame. If anybody had that info, I'd love to know it. I just want to know if e-commerce is a competitor against selling stuff on the streets. Again, look at that. It's kind of like the e-commerce is the remaining chunk of the pie here. Also, damn you, Cerberus. Cerberus is spamming stores like no tomorrow. The AI loves to spam stores selling the same good. It's kind of frustrating because it means I can't put it in the AI's hands to do that. I really want an answer to this question, though. How about guavas? Are those being sold online? Again, that looks suspiciously like the remaining part of the pie. Headache pills? Same story. Maybe they are a competitor. Maybe e-commerce comes at the expense of selling stuff in the stores. Mobile phones? Barely anybody wants my mobile phones on e-commerce. Public water, I don't think it sells well on that. Here's something with a massive market share there. And e-commerce, again, looks like the remaining chunk of the pie. I don't have an answer here. Any way to disable e-commerce for good and see if the market share grows by that much? Yes. That might be a good way to check it as well. But I want to wait until all my competition is gone. Zucchinis? Look at that, though. Market share like that, zucchinis look to be exactly the rest of the pie there. Which would mean everyone is getting their zucchinis. These people get them online, and these people get them... Also, that's an aubergine, not a zucchini. Better money to be made on retail because I can charge much higher prices for it. Well, much higher. Higher, at least. Yeah. I'm not the only one doing e-commerce on this one, though, so somebody else could strip it away from me. It's fine, Jake. Maybe we can learn from modern America and sell medicine at 400%. That's surely a lot more than 400%. The amount that I sell it at, that much. That's not an aubergine, though. No, aubergine's an eggplant, isn't it? What's a zucchini? I don't know. I managed to forget. Damn it, they're going to revoke my British card now. Aubergine, eggplant, zucchini... Huh. Damn, can't remember. Am I sure aubergine's an eggplant? Courgette! Thank you, it's a courgette. Also, I'm loving how the place is starting to look more and more whittled down of business. Soon I'll just be moving out my own ones, and then we'll all be good to go. Right, since I destroyed a few companies, there have been some newcomers coming in, and I'm interested in backing them if and only if they're into stock. So we got Initiatech, who's into tech. They won't be doing anything because they can't set it. What? How? How did you manage to set that up? Don't tell me this land is set to be okay for building on. Ah! That hurts. That hurts a lot. No, you're not allowed to build here. Oh my god, this is able to be built on as well. No, and more no. Disallowed, verboten. Damn it. Mistakes have been made by me. Okay, don't tell me I've missed anything else like that. Well, there's stuff that I can see that I don't own here. His great plans come crashing down. Glad I spotted that, though. Could have been worse if they'd done so much more. Well, that means Initiatech need to go. Regrettably. Well, all they have now is one R&D center, but I wonder if their stock price would ever really truly get destroyed. Stock exchange, don't just show owned here, show local as well. Damn you, Initiatech, you've got to go. That's a shame. That's a lot of expense just to wipe out one company. You might say, what harm could they possibly do? Just by existing, they're a harm to me. Oversight of bureaucracy by one man cannot cover everything. Right, I don't have it sorted like that, please. You keep changing what I have here. Right, Initiatech, I'll just buy this out. At least they're going to be a very cheap and easy person to eradicate, but I don't like the fact that it's costing me billions to buy this. Artificially inflating their market cap. How could it come to this? Anyway, one small mistake just cost me billions there. Can't say I'm happy with it, but I also shouldn't be that surprised. I gotta make sure that if there's any land that is okay to be built on, like even this tiny bit here, I should make sure I either own it or declare it not okay for building on. There we go. I make my life easier by ensuring that the only places can be built on are the places I own, like this. Even this is big enough for an R&D center. That's not okay. I need to buy what I can here. Okay, now it's not big enough for an R&D center at least. And again, all this stuff is set to no, no, no for the building. And I own everything that can be built on here, and I own everything that can be built on here as well. Good. Yeah, what an oversight. And that's probably that's probably where people squeezed in some extra stuff here. Damn this thing. Excuse me. Any company who owns any firm is something I need to destroy. Yeah, well, that's how it goes sometimes. The other competitors, though, who else joined in the fray, Bentos? Roller Coaster, they're into insurance, but again, they can't even set up a headquarters for it. And Krista can't do anything, Pa can't do anything. House Televani's into everything, and they can't do anything. I mean, they could buy, sell stock, I suppose, but, you know, Prom is into stock, but have they actually bought stocks? They have. They've got global stocks that are worth some actual money. I might want to consider getting behind that. Custom Nation of Prom. Didn't I already buy into, yeah, I already bought a fair share of Prom. I don't think their share price is going to do that much exciting, but I want to have control over those kinds of companies anyway. Does TBW's R&D center annoy you more or less than his mansion? Much less than his mansion. At least I can destroy his R&D center by taking him over. I can't do much about that bloomin' mansion unless he sells it to me. Well, at least now it's under the Initiatech logo. Speaking of, what I should probably do is do a search for oh yeah, mansions don't show up under firms, do they? How could I look at this? Because there is a filter for only show on sale things, as I recall. Well, I seem to recall a thing that said only show for sale. Not seeing it though. Not seeing it. What I can do is I can search for mansions. There are 98 mansions. There used to be 100, so some have been destroyed. And what I can do is I can go through and search for ones that have a for sale sign on them. Like you, for example. Buy this mansion for 26 million? Yeah, why not? I'll lowball anybody though. Lowball them by one shift, click on minus, and they'll usually do that. And then just demolish and sell the land, clunk. One way or another, I'm going to have to deal with these mansions. But dealing with them might be just accepting the fact that they're there, because look, the AI is barely putting any of them up for sale. Because a lot of them they're not even owned by corporations, generally. They're owned by individuals. And there's no real use to mansions other than flaunting your wealth. They can go up in value very slowly, but it's generally not the point of them. It's just a way to flaunt. And they're certainly flaunting on me here. It's not a big deal, it's just I don't like it. Who could possibly like that? I don't. Could you bankrupt those individuals? That would be very difficult to do because they can just go and buy and sell stock elsewhere to make their money. What is this thing doing sitting here? Let's relocate you over to somewhere that you can actually do some good for me. Some good being selling insurance. Right. That agitation with TBW aside. Freaking TBW. I need to be targeting the next company to take over. There are these private ones, and Datadyne is a very tempting one to take over, but they cost 64 billion to take over because of their massive amount of securities. 18 billion, 39 billion. Oh yeah, over 50 billion stocks right there. It's scary stuff, so let's proceed time for a bit. Dance Macabre does need to be taken out. They're into alcohol. They have a lot of firms that I'd want to destroy. Unfortunately, their stock continues to do well. Generally, I want to target people whose stock is going down. But very few people are actually going down that I'd need to take over. There's 3 mountains, but they're going to die anyway. They've done nothing but make a loss. The fact that they're even still hanging on continues to bamboozle me. Stock price of $2 each. You better sell whilst it's still worth something. Speaking of worth stuff, Archibald Vile gets a big old raise out of me. He also gets a rise out of me every now and then. Jeff Wayne's Store of the Worlds is a lot of stores. They continue to be a problem for me. Acquiring you is going to be something else. After all those acquisitions, what do I have the best of? Lucan Layton's, Soonest Church, Workers Guild, there's Initiatech, of course. Gonna wait until their stock price simmers down and buy the rest off the other people. He's not gonna make much money off of what he's doing there, so I'm definitely gonna make a big loss on my stock there. And that Jeff Wayne Store of the World market cap is 66 billion. That's even more expensive to acquire than Datadyne. And they're really diverse in who owns their stock, so it's hard to get in there. Andromeda don't do anything, do they? No, they're not of concern. Dali State Company is also not of concern. Or are they? How do they get a market cap of 5 billion? No, they're surely not important. What does Dali do again? Of course you can have a raise there. Dali State does everything, but I doubt they're doing anything. In before the mansion land is allowed to build and nobody buys it for... Someone buys it for a headquarters again, I just have to remove them from the everything. Actually, you make a point there. This mansion is on land that I think can be built on. So let's make sure that it cannot be built on, just in case somebody does that. That was a clever call there. Also got to mind that this land could be built on, and I don't own it. So let's try and prevent some of that, shall we? There we go. That's too small for anybody to really get on. Goldfish Industries took control of the Blazing Bakeries. Jimmy Hopkins lost it. That means if I buy out Goldfish, who I think is a private corporation, then I'd be getting that as well. But your net worth is also quite staggering. But I get the bakeries there. So many firms though, I must destroy them all one way or another. At least as time goes on, I continue to make big bank, more so than my competitors. It's just buying out these expensive people such a huge undertaking financially. I don't have any... Oh no, I've got 30 billion of loan right now. But at least I don't have any bonds out there. And again, I didn't manage to acquire any stock there. Alright, how's my perfect market doing? None of the things I bought into are doing particularly well, except for the Bank of India, but I'm not willing to sell off just for 8 billion. I want bigger money than that. Speaking of big money, I wonder if my banks or insurance companies are willing to shell out anything for me. I could take out 7 billion from the bank. I think I'll take out a modest 4 billion. And my insurance company is willing to give me another 7 billion or so. I'll take out a very modest 3 billion. And with that, I can take care of my loans. Let's see, my loan is... Yeah, refinancing would actually be good for me right now. So if I pay that off, that's not a very nice interest rate, but at least I know that I could take out a huge amount of money and start crippling the competition a bit more. I mean, I could go real big and take over one of those private companies just to get them out of my hair. Because it's the private companies that don't have stock for me to manage and game. None of them seem to be wanting to fall down right now. Well, the Lose Lobby's coming down, but did the Lose Lobby do anything? The Lose Lobby's just into stock, and they don't do anything. I don't know why. Sometimes the... well, actually, it's been the Lose Lobby this whole time. They have stock, and they're doing absolutely nothing with it. Initiatech is starting to simmer down. Don't know where Roller Coaster Tycoon ever got their stock price from. Pa doesn't do anything. Tenor and Tenor do nothing. Moss Morris's real estate. Well, they don't own anything. They can't own anything. Zunist Church, I need you. Don't need Where's the Gold. Alright, maybe I should just start working my way through these bloomin' private companies. Joja, for example. They've got stocks here, there, and everywhere. Oh, they got... oh, hold the phone there. They got 5.5 billion of bonds. Which might make them worth buying out anyway. Yeah, I might even make a bit of a profit on that. Joja's acquisition will be 14... Okay, maybe not profit, but I think I will take you over. Yeah, there's no good reason not to. Let's go back to our good old bank and borrow what we can. I could do... where is it? Bonds again. The coupon rate isn't so good, and the... yeah, it's not flexible enough, forget that. Just take a fat loan out from my perfect bank. And then let's start kicking away these private companies, shall we? So, corporations, private only, Joja. Just take them over straight up. Dare I merge them? I'll get some R&D that I don't want, but I can always just go and destroy those. So, yes, I will acquire and merge you straight up. Ta-da! Alright. I acquired them, yes. And I want to know about the firms that I took over there. I got myself a core search tech R&D facility. Where is it? Is that it there? It's in Toulouse. I'm not really sure I care about this stuff. Origin Tech, Target Tech 307. What is my tech in core search? Corporation, us, tech, core search. Oh god, good luck finding it in this thing. Core search. Anybody able to see better than I can here? You'd think it'd be alphabetical, but maybe you'd think wrong. It was down, Jake. Okay. Well, I can search with R&D, since I have R&D in it now. Nah, it's just confusing me there. Further down, Jake. Core search. My current tech is over 1,000, so this is a waste of time. They're probably all a waste of time. Anyway, just get rid of you for now. I've got myself a search engine. It's not very good, so it's going away. I got myself a photo sharing website. It's not very good. Can't believe these people got so much money off of me for having such pathetic stuff. Hotel search engines. Again, just be away with you. Unless, you know, they are hitting some high tech levels on that. What is my hotel search engine tech like? Okay, I'm at plenty, so away you go. I also got myself a video storage tech. Bye bye. I got myself a video sharing website. I already have one, thanks. I got myself a social network tech. Bye bye. I got myself a social network website. Don't I already have one? I don't think I do, but I can always set one up later on. Hotel booking, farewell. And that's that. Far more interested in the financial implications of what I just folded in, because I've got bonds now, and I don't want those bonds. Wait, I thought I got bonds in that. Huh. Could have sworn they had bonds that I just folded in. Maybe they had global stock. Yeah, they certainly had global stock, but as usual, I just like to sell global stock that I own myself. Not interested. Yeah, that's confusing. I could have sworn I'd bought in some bonds from that. Jake buying MySpace and shutting it down. Hey! Excuse me. And I'll hiccupy from my lunch there. Okay, well, that's another one down. What about Evil Conscience? They hate me. They keep denying selling me their stock for some reason. They have 18 billion worth of local stock, about 1 billion worth of global, and no bonds. Me too, US Treasury Note bonds, what? I am quite certain it said that I don't have any bonds. These are ones in existence, but I don't own any of them. I really thought when you integrated a company you took their bonds. Huh, that's weird. Oh well. No need to worry. Maybe they had issued bonds or something. Nah, that would make even less sense. I agree with you, I too thought they had bonds. Well, thankfully we have video evidence, I can check that out later. It's not too worry. It's not very worrisome. 5 billion here or there is small fry compared to the 41 billion I make annually. Still, I want to eliminate more competition. Evil Conscience has a whole bunch of firms. That's a bit of a pain. And acquiring you would cost 39 billion. That is also a pain. Do you have any interesting... Well, you've got 10% of Cerberus, and I need Cerberus dead. I think I'll give it a bit of time. Don't like spending all this time in debt. Not with the interest rate as high as it is, which is very high. Funny to see all these factories making such a heavy loss constantly, despite the e-commerce. That is a lot of e-commerce to be... Well, no, actually it's not. The percentage of sales of products from this firm that are contributed by e-commerce, That said, I own a lot of the market of sesame seeds. I guess it's just that... I see, I'm not even the one selling it. Jeff Wayne's Store of the Worlds is buying my own sesame seeds for selling. One thing I truly lack in this campaign in general is my supermarkets. Putting down supermarkets, or just markets in general, is one of the more tedious things, especially when a supermarket can sell so many different goods. And it's always disheartening to put it down and see it barely selling anything here. Now, it feels like it's barely selling anything. Profit in the past year is not even $1 million, and I work in billions of dollars. So yeah, although the sheer quantity of shops you put down allow you to make a lot more than that, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to get into selling stuff through shops. I'd rather be a wholesaler. Oil. Hang on, oil. Oil is like gas, and there's natural gas here. I'm sick of paying somebody else for their gas. Give me that gas. I don't know what just popped up there, but it can't be that important. Give me all of that. Set it to internal sale at cost. Wow, it's more expensive to get this than I thought. Goldfish went public, Jake. Oh, wow, that's big news. And it could be problematic news because they might get more expensive for me to buy up. Which means they're no longer one of the private companies, huh? Stock exchange, local stock exchange. Tell me about Goldfish. Goldfish only went live with about 20% of their company. Their market cap is 22. That's a shame for me. That is a huge cost as well. That said, better to buy it up whilst it's out for the public. Goldfish, gimme, 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 gimme. There we go. Let's hope that stock price simmers down, although somebody could easily sell that. Oh, it's going to be a problem for me. Anyway, the reason I got that natural gas was so that I could go to Vancouver and tell my gas contract to stop buying the natural gas that they sell. Even if it's a little bit pricier for me, at least I'm not buying somebody else's stuff. Where's my gas people? I think they're around here, right? There we go, gas contract. Get that natural gas no longer from our competitor. Why can't I change supplier of natural gas? There we go. Link that up with my own natural gas, please. From any city. Oh, Crivens, what was all that? All cities, from me, natural gas. There we go. Probably even more expensive, but at least I'm not giving Aperture Science my money. As far as I understand it, the sales are affected by customer traffic index, and that is affected by buildings surrounding. Yeah. Why does the supermarket sale get affected by distance from residential zones? Yeah, there's this number here, customer traffic index, which is impacted by having people living around you. Probably some other stuff as well. I don't know why it's 75 here, but only 48 here, so I'm guessing being next to like a university and a city hall help. These banks here have 87, which is a very high customer traffic index. But out here there's probably going to be no customer traffic index. Well, it's 24 next to the stadium. Out here it's 18. I swear there was some with 0. And 33 here. Despite having torn down a lot of stuff, I guess like these golf courses help. If this golf course no longer existed, your customer traffic index doesn't appear to be falling yet. How about we get rid of this high school as well? Nobody needs such things. Still, okay, soccer field, away you go as well. Well, it still says it's 33 on customer traffic index. Is that going to change at the turn of the year? Or turn of the month, rather? Many things in this game are... okay, there we go, it just got downgraded massively. Many things in this game are hard to understand how they're calculated or what their cause and effect is, which is a bit disheartening, but you do what you gotta do. Also, couldn't help but notice that this land, anybody could be buying it up. I need to absolutely make sure I'm preventing that. Okay, no, I can't. It's already set to you may not build here. Good. I was clever enough to prevent that. I think you were always there, weren't you? Yeah, Goldfish Industries. Alright, their price should simmer down a bit, but that's going to make it a little harder. Actually, a lot harder to acquire them. This is absolutely why I should be buying up the private firms first. But they're all so expensive. Datadyne's only getting more... Well, actually, Datadyne went down in price a bit, which I suppose is good for me. I could just integrate them and manually destroy their stuff. I don't need a shell company for that. But I need 61 billion to bring them over. I'd make about 11 billion back on their global stocks and another 12 billion on their bonds. But I need all these stocks and I need these companies gone. I think the quality of the needs met by the apartments in the area have an impact on CTI as well. Really? So the fact that they don't have access to greens and sports, you think hurts it there? This thing has 72. Well, people really like the fact that I barely charge them any rent. Hopefully the immigration is keeping up. Let's see, annual immigrants 36,000, 34,000, 8,000, 6,000. They're leaving Chengdu at about the rate that they come in. And Toulouse isn't faring much better, but Vancouver looks really good. So many people wanting to emigrate though, what's up with that? It's all about the environment. Actually, Grimsby don't care much about the environment, but the jobs and income are really low. I think too many people are coming into Grimsby and not enough jobs to compensate. Yeah, oh crikey, Grimsby's looking grim. We need to create jobs for people in Grimsby or else they're going to want to leave. It's because I've torn down all these firms and things. It's probably going to be pretty hard bringing people in. Or we just accept that there's mass unemployment and we offset that with... well, I'll be building lots of shops myself later on, so no need to worry about it. Eventually, emigration will balance out with regards to unemployment, and then there's not going to be any need to worry. How's my own stock doing? It's looking pretty good, but if I wanted to put some of those to the public, at minimum discount of course, I'd only raise $1 billion, so it's not even worth thinking about. Wait, I have 11 billion in loans still? Yeesh. Can't say I'm thrilled with that. Again, I could issue lots of bonds, but I gotta take out those private companies before they go public and just cost me even more money. So the Ravens are into telecom. They can't be doing that well. But for some reason I can't acquire them. I think you just can't acquire telecommunication companies They never seem to go well, maybe they'll go public eventually. Oh, Goldfish was good that it went live. Wasn't I not able to buy Goldfish because they had an operating system? Or was it Null Oil? I think it was Goldfish. Because they had an operating system, I couldn't bring them in. Three Mountains goes at 1 to 10. Stock merge. It's bad news getting worse for them. 10 billion, 1 billion, 3 billion. Not a big deal. Datadyne, 60 billion. Zinc discovered near Chengdu, not a big deal. Yeah, I think Evil Conscience need to go next. Maybe I should just get them now. Yeah, might as well get it done. Banks, I need that big fat money, please. Just give me everything you can. Actually, that could cause some problems for my bank. They're probably going to come running to me saying, we don't have enough money for all these loans that people need, and I'm the one that's taking it out. Evil Consciousness, you gotta go. That's a lot of stuff, though, that I'm going to need to get rid of. Nothing saying I couldn't just hold on to them for now, but I still don't like it. It's a lot of work to delete them. Do you want to acquire? Yeah. I'll just acquire you for now. I didn't happen to gain control of any other companies with that, did I? No, I'd have to merge them to get that. Since Evil Consciousness still have their shares there, don't they? Alright, I'm gonna need to set up another shell company then. So... Set up a new subsidiary company. Call it, call it Sheldon. I'm not going to use Baron's logo again. What can we use? Well, they're going to come and go pretty quickly. Always feels like I had more of these than I do, but I guess a lot of them are currently being used by others. We'll use these backseaters. Sheldon, just take a... Wow, I do not have a lot of money to give you, do I? Well, I will give you what I can, which isn't much. I'm going to hire a throwaway person. We can throw away Pepperoni. And you're not allowed to do anything. But I do want you to go to the bank, if possible, and take out a big fat loan. Take it from the Skelly Syndicate. I don't have much money to loan out in my bank as it is. And now we need to transfer those things over. So corporations, Evil Consciousness. What is that? I think that's a media company. But as I see it, all of this could be transferred over, unless those internet companies are any good. What do you have? You have e-commerce, social network. You know, the reach on some of your stuff is alright. And some of them are very profitable. I might just destroy them though, so that my ones are more competitive. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Jake, you took the loan yourself. Oh, that might just might be natural greed coming in there. You sure I did? Yeah, you must be right. Skelly Syndicate, that's alright, you can have this back, buddy. Sheldon, you need to take that money. Although that probably won't be enough. Tell you what though, I can take some money and do a I can do a cash injection. I'll give them like 3 billion or so. Sheldon gets a capital injection of about 3 billion. That might be more than... Oh Christ, I took too much out. Would you be so kind as to give me some of that back? I'll do that after they do the acquisitions here. So, corporation, Evil Consciousness, I want you to transfer your firms, I want you to transfer everything. There wasn't anything I wanted to keep myself, was there? Telecommunications if they had them, but I don't think they had any telecommunications. Yeah, I don't care about any of this stuff. Transfer the firms over to Sheldon. And is there any that I couldn't get rid of? Yeah, there's these internet companies. Well, all things considered, maybe I should keep hold of the internet companies. They're profitable, sure, so why not just keep them? So in you come, clunk, and then my beloved shell company has got to go. So Sheldon, financial actions for Sheldon, set the dividend at 100%, do a special dividend of all your money to me. They still have some cash on hand, sadly, so just repay all that loan and then go bankrupt. At least I keep some stuff out of that. Jake, I think you can't buy operating system and some of the other companies outright, as the game force spawns them, so there's always one type, or else some mechanics may not work correctly. Software needs an operating system, for example. True that. Surely I can destroy them one way or another. I'll figure out a way to take care of that operating system menace. So, great, I got myself some telecom. It's a bit not telecom, internet companies. As long as they remain profitable, that's not a problem, although I still think... Oh yeah, Crimmins, look at this one, this e-commerce thing. It's gotta go. I don't need multi-e-commerce on my side. Alright, another batch of stuff destroyed, and yet more stock in companies that I care about getting stock, and some that I don't. I don't think I want Andromeda here. Ah, the Dance Macabre is falling down. An excellent opportunity to grab them if they're on the decline. Nolan Oil. Give me that stock. Actually, I'd rather buy it from individuals. Ugh, I can't do that because... Actually, why can't I do that? One of my subsidiaries has ownership here. Zunis Church has it. Actually, I own a fair bit of you now, don't I? Same with Zunis Church. Alright, if that's the case, then I can make the Zunis Church sell their stocks. Zunis Church, Dance Macabre, sell all of that. And then Perfect Market comes along and buys all that. Now I got 62. And Zhang Bao, you're going to be offering me up the rest of it. Still unfortunately expensive, and I'm still also very unfortunately heavily in debt. You couldn't spare me just another... Oh, there's only so much I can grab there. Sorry, I'll let it simmer down for a bit, but I do need more money. Sheldon's out of cash. Bye-bye, Sheldon. And I get actually some money per share out of that. Money per share that I can immediately throw into acquiring Dance Macabre. So I need to bring this down to 2.7. There we go, and now I have control over Dance Macabre enough to tell them to... Man, you've got a lot of stuff I'm going to be tearing down. Stop doing everything you do. Seriously, stop everything. Don't do anything. I will ravage them soon enough, but for now I need to make sure that... boy, am I in debt. That is some heavy debt. Couldn't happen to... have some global stocks I could get rid of, do we? Of course we do. And I just sell all global stock that my company has. Stock is for my insurance company to deal with. Raises a bit of money, and we still don't have any bonds here. Could have sworn we folded in bonds. Right, ignore all that for now. Let the unemployment rate skyrocket. It's how I do my Caesar 3 cities. I'm sure Grimms will be fine. I'll offer them up jobs when I, well, the unemployment rate will keep going up thanks to me destroying all these places. Sydney and Vancouver are fine because I got all my farms and stuff there. The others are considerably less fine. Probably going to drive unemployment, an exodus. But that's fine, we can have them dragged back forcibly if need arises. That looks hard, hard to play, man. Yeah, the game requires a bit of dedication to figure out how to play it. I plan on actually making a guide on how to do it. Zun Church is buying Dali State. Wait, Dali State has shares to buy? Oh wait, Dali State we don't care about. I do care about privates though. Datadine needs to go, but my god, they're 60 billion. I don't have 60 billion, I'm heavily in debt right now. And again, putting my own shares out there is tough. At this point, I wouldn't mind even putting some of my shares out there to raise some money. My stock price is through the roof, but there's only so much that I can sell at any one go, and sadly it's not a lot. Issuing new shares, I'm limited. Yeah, I don't know why the maximum amount that I can issue is so low, but that does mean that I just can't raise any reasonable money. You want my dryer tech? Doc Spengler of Datadyne. You know, I actually plan on buying up Datadyne, so I'm actually going to highball you a bit on that. Oh, he doesn't want my highball. That's a shame. Does increasing your workers' pay increase consumption? I don't choose what my workers get paid. The real wage rate determines that, and that's balanced out by a number of factors, not all of which I know. Perhaps even not any of which I know. Sheldon goes bankrupt after 0 years of operation. I want to buy your pipe tech, says Jeff Wayne Store of the Worlds. There you go. Just sell that tech. Money in my pocket, which I desperately need right now. Seems that my insurance company is rolling in dosh. Have you made any big returns? Also, I need to clean up this. None of these are particularly big returns, sadly, but if you have a lot of money in the bank, I wouldn't mind taking some of it out for myself. Because, you know, I need a few billion right now. Seem to be feeling a little strapped for cash, you know how it is. Still, banking profits can be translated to directly my profits. Guess the banking is making profit off of this massive loan that I took out of it. Right, let's see if we can't clear out some of these. Almost. How's the mansion going? TBW, your mansion is still there like a nail house. It gets even worse. It gets considerably worse, actually. So, there's your mansion. You're never putting that thing up for sale. But what you did do was you noticed a chink in my armor. You actually set up your own company, Initiatech, and you sniffed out the only patch of land that was still available for building on, and you slapped an R&D center on it. And that single action means that I have to buy out your company. And I don't want to, but it has to be done, or else this R&D center is never going to move. So sadly, you're costing me several $1 billion, because one way or another, I've got to acquire your stock, and for some reason the game thinks your stock is worth way more than it should be. Where's Initiatech? Here you go. I had to buy it at some horrible, horrible price there. And Jiang Bao owns a whole bunch of your stock. I mean, I want it, but I'm focusing on private companies right now. Your share price should continue to collapse as your company does nothing but research beds for 10 years. Interestingly enough, if you get that done, you're going to have incredible bed technology, but you're never going to get it done. You're just going to keep spending money, and then I'll buy you when your stock goes down some more. I just bought the stuff that was public, because it's less hassle that way. Just clean up that for a bit. Damn, none of those global stocks are going to the moon right now, but fortunately my insurance premiums are quite profitable on their own. Actually, I think I do underwrite good profit. Now, this is the wonder of having zero competition. Actually, if I have zero competition, why don't I raise the price level here? Couldn't hurt, could it? I don't know if Dale is going to change these later on, but since there is no competition, other people won't be able to go anywhere. There's also the point that they might stop buying into me, but let's hope it doesn't come to that. Holy moly, that's some nice... Yeah, the profit comes and goes, but hopefully with premiums raised a bit, we'll raise some more money. Datadyne acquires technology from for cereal from the Zun Church. Come on, game, I need that money. Again, so horribly in debt, it doesn't feel good. Feels the opposite of good. 30 billion of it. It's gonna be your apartments all over again. There's nothing wrong with my apartments. My apartments drive immigration. And turning up their prices drives emigration. Those profits don't look to be what they used to be, though. Not happy with that. But some of that's... oh, let's see. Depression, 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 expansion, expansion. Majority of places are in a heavy depression. Probably caused by that huge unemployment. So maybe I should stop bringing in all that unemployment. Oh god, it's big losses for Chengdu and Toulouse. Tell you what I can do to help with that though. I can go and set the policies and severely reduce unemployment benefits in places with high unemployment. So let's knock it down to 5% in Grimsby, 5% in Chengdu, and 5% in Toulouse. But I'm keeping Sydney and Vancouver quite high. I've got a lot of jobs. I'm a real job creator there. So it's kind of good that that the unemployment benefits there drive immigration. Yeah, you're not going to see unemployment issues in Sydney and Vancouver. I have so many jobs for them. But since I'm clearing out all the other companies and their firms, that's driving unemployment elsewhere. That's okay. It's a situation I will repair, but my priority right now is to make sure that those enemy corporations die. So there we go. Now that we're not paying such a ridiculous amount to these time waster unemployed people, the companies are going to become, the cities are going to become profitable again. And sadly my own profits aren't looking so healthy right now. It's because all these unemployed people, they're defaulting on my loans. Maybe you'll sell that mansion to actually finish the research. It would be personal money for TBW, not company money, so he wouldn't be getting the big bucks out of it. Right, God. I want Datadyne gone and I want Cerberus gone. Those are the two biggest, baddest obstacles to me right now. At least I have the Dance Macabre. Their price is simmering down right now. And I could actually merge the Dance Macabre. I control them quite heavily. But what do they have again? Surely they have some stuff worth having for me, but Dance Macabre's got loads of firms that need to go. Which means I need to make another shell company, which means I need another fat stack of cash to eliminate you. They don't have a lot of local stocks, do they? Global stocks and bonds, sure, but maybe when I integrate a company, they're immediately withdrawing those bonds, and since I merge them, I take that money straight up. That would make sense to me. I should keep track on the amount of money that I'm making on the merger, because cash on hand, they only have 1.5 billion. Yeah, that's probably it. I could also force them to make a big deposit into my political party. This is one of the lovely things I can do. I can go that, Punching Up only has 79 million, so I can say, Caramel Dance Macabre, I need you to deposit a healthy $1 billion into my company. What's this personal donation stuff? Oh, I could personally donate my own money to my political party, but I won't. Force companies that I have enslaved to do that instead. When are you merging in the other companies? Are you inheriting? Yes, when you merge a company, you inherit all of their tech. And that can be what a company is worth just in general. A company can have intangible assets, which are their tech. I think we can see this somewhere here. It's probably under balance sheet. Here we go. Intangible assets technology. So the game believes that I have about $3 billion of intangible assets in all of my tech, which doesn't even hold a candle to my land or my bank assets, but it is there, and it could be quite a lot of another company. So let's see if any company has a proportionally large amount of intangible assets. Here we go. My bakeries. They don't have as much assets there, but relatively speaking, it's a pretty large amount of their wealth. Or their assets. They're about the only one that has a realistic amount of it, though. Well, let's see if TBW knows anything. He's with Initiatech. There's Initiatech. Oh, they don't have any tech. I mean, they're researching those beds, but they'll take 10 years to do that. All the while, I hope your stock price crashes. There we go. Down, down, down. When that stock truly bottoms out, I'll be sure to buy up that company and destroy that one offending R&D center. Still going to cost me more money than I'd like it to, but that's how it goes. Alright, I'm going to keep the game speed on 5, which is not very fast. At game speed 5 at the start of a game, a month takes 2 seconds, but you can speed it up by coming to the menu here because it doesn't simulate so many things on the map. I think it's Here we go. There should be something about how to speed the game up. Oh yeah, game running speed. Always open information window. It can save a lot of graphic processing time if the city is packed with buildings. So yeah, the game knows that this is the fastest way to run it. Still, as time passes, I make the dough. I just need to look into those acquisitions. Oh my goodness, the Dance Macabre is collapsing. It's pretty much the ideal time to do a merger then. Alright, gonna have to do it then. How much does the merger cost to do Dance Macabre? I could actually issue the shares instead of spending that. Part of me doesn't want to though, even though I said, oh, I should consider putting out shares. It's only 3 billion. Anyway, 3 billion's not too shabby, but I don't want to merge you. I need to get rid of your useless buildings first. So, as usual, it's time for a shell company. So, set up a new subsidiary. Shellhorn. And I'll just give them a fat stack of cash. 3 billion. They'll probably need more than 3 billion. There's like 8 billion. And they need a throwaway CEO, and that's going to be Minette. Hey, Minette, on you come. Make sure you can't do anything. And then it's time for the transfer. So, what do I want to keep from you? I want to keep your telecom, and I want to destroy pretty much everything else unless there's some amazing internet companies. So let's check your firm, check your internet company. You own Alibaba, which is e-commerce, and you own... What is this? You own 2 e-commerce firms? What the hell are you doing? Let's make sure you own 0 e-commerce firms. And then, since I don't really care about anything other than your telecom, we are going to transfer everything else. Again, gotta locate that telecom. Unselect that. What kind of ordering is this that the telecom isn't next to each other? There we go. Transfer 10 billion worth of... Holy moly. Okay, I need to go financial action, Shellhorn, take out Skelly Syndicate money, everything you can. And let's get back to that transfer. Holy moly. Right, transfer firms, transfer everything, except for telecom. You know, I could probably find it by just scrolling down to telecom and deselecting them there. Transfer selected firms to Shellhorn. And then we're going to find that some things wouldn't transfer, a disturbing amount of them, so we just go and destroy them. Easy way to do this is to go Corporation, Caramel Dancing, all firms, and just go through them. So I want that, I do not want that. Ooh. Do not want that. I keep the land, which is a rather nice touch. We just demolish the building, and that land will be transferred over to me in the merger. I know you're making some good diagnostic software. It doesn't matter. I don't want it. A nice benefit of this is I'm clearing out a lot of the what's the word? Pollution. You can see pollution here on the minimap. It's gotten a lot better since I came over. Man, your telecom blows. Can't I just... Yeah, let's just get rid of it. 6%. Am I meant to care about that? The problem is I don't. And now, since the Dance Macabre owns... Oh, right, you still got some there. Oh, one of them's cramping my style here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, and bye-bye. Right, let's check and see how this works then. The Dance Macabre have $10 billion. So when I integrate them, you would think my money is going to go to about 15.9 billion. But they also own 5 billion worth of stocks. So am I going to go to 15 billion or 20 billion? Let's find out. Financial action, stock exchange, Dance Macabre. Oh, but we need to subtract what we're merging in here. So it's minus 3 billion. So I'll either go to about 12 billion or 17 billion. Let's find out. 12 billion. And I didn't get those bonds, did I? No. So what I should do is make sure they sell off all the bonds so that they have the raw money, and then I get that as well. Okay, right. Big thing to learn there, because otherwise you're just leaving money on the counter. Billions of money on the counter, no less. Did the perfect market insurance take them? No. It would have taken them if their bonds were tied up in their insurance company, but they didn't have one, so no. I just straight up don't get that in that stuff. Oh well, something to keep in mind for later. That was $5 billion I could have done with. So who got the money? Bit of a shame that it works like that. But it's a shame because I feel out of pocket for it. Still, it's one more company scratched off the list. I merged in their holdings, but it doesn't seem to be all that much. Ooh, Lucan Leighton is in free fall. And I do need Lucan Leighton's Curious Consortium at some point. So Pepsi Man, would you mind? Goodness, this sorting thing is a pain. Right, Lucan Leighton. Since they're going so cheap, I don't see any big problem in just buying up what I can here. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Remember, they've all got to go. And yes, this is stronghold music, as it often is. There we go. Now I own enough of Luke and Leighton to tell them to stop doing anything. I won't merge them until things simmer down for them. I'll try and merge in a bunch of companies at once. Actually, I could... Now, let's get rid of Shellhorn, shall we? Financial actions of Shellhorn. Let's see. Repay as much of that loan as you can. Oh, you have no money, do you? No, wrong one. There we go. Repay as much of that as you can. Go bankrupt, and then I will bring you back in. And destroy all your stuff, of course. There we go. Bye-bye, Shellhorn. They have negative lots of money. And I should... There we go. I got $37 per share on them. Nice. And that automatically relinked their access to frozen fish and such. Good. Not my problem. The Geas Order has just joined the competition. Again, as I keep annihilating competitors, new ones come in. But that's not a problem. I don't mind having these competitors because they can't build or do anything unless their name is TBW. Then they can smack down a single offending R&D thing. But good, as stock price continues to collapse. L&Ls went up. Who was it that just joined again? The Geas Order. They're into banking, but again, they can't even put down a banking HQ. Maybe the CEO is running away with them. Bearer bonds, whoever holds them owns them. Yeah, it was too much to lose, though. Didn't want to lose it. But something to remember. Next time we fold in a company, make sure that they take out their bonds first, so I get the fat stacks of cash. I am very heavily in debt right now, which I don't like. I need to consider who next to consume. Again, I want those privates gone. If Datadine ever went public, the cost of buying them up would be astronomical. Buying them up right now is 63 billion. And that's terrifying to me. Very terrifying to me. By the way, maybe I can make the stock price fall on Lucan Leighton even more if I force them to donate pretty much all of their money to my political party. Why would I possibly sell my mansion to this guy who has more debt than money? Debt is good if you have assets, and I've got assets. Sell your market, man. Come on. Not market, mansion. I think he just really likes the smell. Surrounded by lentils, light cheese, mandarins, peanuts, salads, rubber, and roses. TBW is living the dream. Then we got Cao Cao living the dream, smelling the toxic fumes from my cereal bar. Crisps, canned peanuts, cereals, bottled milk, coffee capsule, and cola factories. And yeah, we're doing the alphabetical thing as we go along here. Okay, well at least the interest rate is going down, so refinancing would work out quite well for me. To the point where that's exactly what I think I want to do. Let's borrow that stack of money and use that money to repay that money. And then probably just repay everything I can on this. And let's see how our banks and stocks are doing. Anything to just... All I need is just capital, capital, capital to buy out these other corps. I'm going to take 3 billion off of my own bank. I'm going to take a lot of billions off of my own insurance company. I'm going to check in to see if my stocks are doing particularly well. Wait, did I? Ooh, I think I got some... Yeah, actually, got some good stuff on the market here. Right, in that case... Maybe we should pause the game in case something nefarious happens here. Oh yeah! Give me those fat stocks. Now, how are you? Oh, also clear out anything there. Nothing supermooning here, sadly. The best I've got is the automatic data, which has gone up a bit. Actually, Bank of India has gone up a fair bit, but this isn't supermooning. I am looking for the supermoon. Granted, some of these are like as good as they've ever been. Maybe I should sell off automatic D. They did go up a fair whack. I'm sure there's other sadder stocks to get, so I guess we'll sell off Auto D. And yeah, Bank of India's never been so good. Let's get rid of that. Who else is as good as they'll ever be? Oh wait, Swiss Life has gone way down for me. It's okay, I'll just hold. Union Bank, I'll sell off that. Now, is any of that stuff that I can bring out? Yeah, hardly any of it. I'm not going to bother doing so. Okay, what is the saddest looking stock that we want to buy into? So I'm looking for really, really unhappy looking stock, because they'll all turn around eventually. Unhappy stock, unhappy stock. East Japan looks a little unhappy. I can throw 7 billion behind Japan. Well, East Japan specifically. Oh, Electronic Arts is doing god-awful. Let's buy up EA. Sad stocks, sad stocks. Intuit looks pretty sad. Could be sadder, though. Microsoft, I'm already into Microsoft, as sad as they are. Questar? Oh boy, look at that Swiss Life holding. If anything, I should back them more on the belief that they're going to come up and up and up. Yeah, that's right. Chase defeat. Okay, who do we think looked sad? You look pretty sad. I think I made money off of Sumi Watsits before. I'll buy 4.5% of you. And that's that for investment. Seems risky. I love the smell of roses. Which one? The green triangles or the big purples? I made that joke last time. And it fell flat then, it'll fall flat now. Okay, seems like all the cities are doing fine. I charge pretty high taxes in the cities. At some point I'm going to turn that around so I can make bigger money for myself. I just don't ever want to risk losing control of the cities myself. Change that unemployment rate. So, Luke and Leighton, my subsidiary. That stock price will simmer down a bit. You don't have a lot that I need to worry about. It wouldn't be too hard to just go and destroy this stuff without a shell company. I might even just do that, rather than set up a shell, just destroy your... Actually, tell you what, I can destroy your crap right now. I might drop down your stock price like crazy. So let's take control of L&Ls, go to My Firms. Crap, it's looking at all of my firms. Alright, Luke and Leighton's Curious Consortium firms. And let's just get rid of Nautical Shops, not on my watch. The lovely thing about holding in L&L is that I will get access to their tech for boats. And I want to get into boats because there's decent money on the nautical stuff. It's high value stuff. And if I can be the one producing all that, all the better. But yeah, Cal here's in charge of it all. Me and Callum go way back. But nothing personal, this is business. I know you do the same to me. perfect market pays an annual stock dividend of 1.35 per share, 0.07 of the total stock price. Tell me that didn't cost me all of my money. Actually, that seems alright. $1 per share. How many shares do I have out there? I was under the impression that putting out dividends would increase my stock price. But to be honest, I paid most of it to myself, so really I just paid like $4 million or so. Not a problem. There we go, he's only got 25 or so firms. He's got a supermarket in the middle of nowhere, selling to nobody. But that's what I've done. I've completely ripped these cities apart. But that was always going to happen. It was a question of when and how, not if. It's like the Reaper invasion. Oh, you've got an e-commerce firm. That's cute. I bet boats sell pretty well on e-commerce. I'll have to consider that when I start producing my own boats with that technology that I'm going to fold you in with. Now, by destroying all of Luke and Leighton's stuff, I'm hoping that I will tank their stock price. And that means it'll be even cheaper for me to merge them. I mean, they're going to have very little in the way of assets. And they're going to have nothing by way of income. So, here's hoping that'll make all the other companies just jump ship on them. There we go. Now they own nothing, and they will be happy. And we'll hope that their stock price goes down. Jake, could you show off how you set up your farm layouts? Sure. Pretty much all of my farms have this look to them. So 6 crops into 3 sales. Crops are seasonal, but the sales box holds about a year worth of crops, so it's okay. Not really sure what more you'd want to go into here. I have been told, this is how I do livestock, and I've been told there's a more efficient way to do your livestock here. I believe somebody told me that, like, process can take in multiple livestock, but I don't know about that. Apparently it's utilized 100% with just one coming in. Unsure about that one. Your profits have looked better, Jake. They've looked a lot better. Where's all my money? It seems to be bleeding. Oh, it's recession and depression everywhere. My bank is losing all the money. Since most of my money comes in from the bank, this recession situation is going to be a little grim for my money for a while. Look at that, we've lost $2 billion over the past year, and it's going to get a lot worse. Good thing I banked up lots of money. Right? Oh, wrong company. Phew, I'm doing fine. It's still gonna sting, though. This recession's not going to be good for the cities, but we'll be okay. No, we were over on Luke and Leighton. That's why it was showing us lost money. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Still want to eat up Datadyne. The thought of not eating up Datadyne fills me with grief. Right, let's just repay all that loan so we're debt-free at least. How close are you to Saint 17 Hands? What? I don't know what you're saying, Kaladin. At the best of times. Right, I suspect this high unemployment rate is part of what's causing the steep depression. But the thing is, Sydney and Vancouver are feeling it as well, aren't they? Yeah, Sydney and Vancouver are both in recession, but at least they're not that massive amount of depression that the others are in. That's probably going to be a long-lasting one, given what I've done to everything, but on the plus side, these depressive times will also impact the share price of my competitors, or so I hope, making them cheaper to buy up. Datadyne, for example. Ugh, no, they're not going down. Please go down, Datadyne, I need you gone. Still, there's just you and Nolan Oil. Nolan Oil is a lot more palatable to drink up at only 22 billion. I'll get there. And once those two are gone, really, it's just Cerberus. Well, Skelly Syndicate's surprisingly high in price, aren't they? But they don't have a lot of shares, 48 million of them. Still, market cap is 62 billion. Oh yeah, Goldfish. Christ, Goldfish is a concern. Jiangbao privately holds a lot of that. Honestly, this one, at this point, the only ones consuming Jake's products are the other private companies. The Three Mountains is on the brink of bankruptcy. It's looking for a buyer. Would you be interested in acquiring it? No. Bye-bye, Three Mountains. I knew you were going to go someday. They didn't have much. They really just had media firms, but I'm still glad they're gone. Jiangbao, the Yellow Turban, the one and only. Feel the power of his magic. Little worried about my bank. Hopefully it can hold. Yeah, squeezing in there, but that's still losses. That is heavy losses. If I have to inject my bank with capital, that's going to be a problem for me. At least insurance seems... I think insurance is relatively recession-proof. Oh, man. Sydney and Vancouver in recession, but depressed. Oh, God, 17.5% GDP shrinkage in Chengdu. At least it keeps inflation down. Don't like inflation ruining my savings here. The Ice Court of Kislev has joined the competition. Once again, they shouldn't be able to set up anything. Ice Court of Kislev. I don't know enough to... That's you, isn't it? Oh, it's Giant Nerd Carter in charge. Again, media is their business, and they have nowhere to place down any media. So it's not a problem for me. Archibald Vile wants a raise despite the recession. And Initiatech stock is Garbo, so I'm going to try and buy them up while I can and just eliminate them from the competition. Where are you at, Initiatech? You should be down at the bottom. Take this off of any sorting. Activate eyes. Initiatech. That's still like 23 quid a share. And you got 1 million shares out there. You've got 100 million shares out there. What are you doing, TBW? Breaking my heart is what you're doing. I have to buy 1 billion worth of shares just to get rid of your one crappy little thing here. I swear, you better at least have some cash on hand. He has 500 million on hand. Do you own any securities? Of course you don't. You're just wasting everyone's time, TBW. Alright, you're going away. I will merge you in with Luke and Layton's Curious Consortium, because their stock price has come way down. Right. Your short-lived time over me ends now. Here you go, Jiangbao. You were a clever man to acquire as much of this company as you did, but I'm still taking it off of you. As soon as I have... It's getting a bit pricey. There we go. Every time you buy it up, the price goes up, so now apparently they've got $45 stock price. Doesn't matter though, I'll take another 3.2% of you, and I'm just going to force merge you in. Costs 1 billion to do that, of course it does. I should let you simmer down actually, there's no point paying such a high amount for your useless stock. Luke and Layton's, on the other hand, has simmered down dramatically. So let's just force that merger. There we go. Ooh, I also grabbed your stock to gain control of... the Workers' Guild of Fuchsia? Ah, here it is at the top. Wow. Wow, I own that stuff pretty much entirely. What does the Workers' Guild have? Again, a bunch of useless things that I don't particularly want. I think I might just go through yours and manually delete them and then fold you into my company. Do you have any securities? I should have checked if Luke and Layton did and I forgot, but you don't have any, so that's okay. The longer you wait, the more trust the investors will have in their future beds. What kind of beds would they be that they are 30 times better than existing bed? Your current bed would have to be nails and broken glass, and this new one would have to be some kind of, I don't know, like jelly foam that stays constantly cool and vibrates and molds around your body. Maybe I shouldn't give these investors any ideas. Right, let's look into Fuchsia's Workers' Guild firms and just destroy them. Your one's over here. I'm not going to bother switching this over to a shell company, given the low number of them. It's probably faster and safer for me to just go and trash them all. And their share price is already way down, so it's no big deal for me to just merge with them shortly. Is that even bed? It feels like I'm sleeping in a mansion in a field of roses. Well, you know, focus on what you know best, DBW. You seem to know that pretty well. Life of sheer luxury for a BR. Makes me sick. You own an e-commerce thing. It's profitable, but mine is more profitable, so away you go. Cameras. I really want to get into the camera market. I haven't been getting into new markets in a long time. And even the food market that I got into, I'm barely exploiting. I just want to eliminate all competition so I can focus 100% on getting my goods to the populace and making untold amounts of money. I suppose the downside is when I get to that making untold amounts of money level, there's not going to be a lot to do with it. Probably what I'll end up doing is seeing if I can buy out entire companies on the global stock market, and then I'll be living off those dividends, and of course all the other profits that I make from other things. Money's got to go somewhere, or else insurance is just going to make everything I own worthless. Insurance? Inflation. Inflation will make what I have worthless. Did I want to keep any of this? I don't know. Tian's not going to be very happy with me demolishing everything his company's ever worked towards, but otherwise I would just be holding these into my company, and you know what? I don't want them. It's still taking me here. There you go, there's your factory. I'm just making the world clean, taking care of all that nasty pollution. Okay, so with all your everything gone, we just go and say, hey, Fushia, for a cost of practically nothing, you're part of me now. I do not like riding down with such a low amount of money, even though I don't have debt. And I said I'd do the same with Initiatech, didn't I? No, I said I'd wait until your stock price simmers down because it's way too high. Okay. Good, I don't own any global shares to sell off. Nicky's Zunis Church is crumbling a bit, and I do want him gone. Well, it's Nicky and Voomer working together. Might just grab a cheeky bit of shares off of Datadyne while I'm at it. Nuln Oil as well. Just sneaking my way in with money that I barely have. There's Goldfish again. Damn you, Goldfish. Cerberus as well. All these people getting in my way. I'm just making rich people richer here. Doesn't feel good. Feels the opposite of good. But at least if I grab just enough to keep these guys under my beck and call. Cerberus doesn't want to sell their stock to me, does Goldfish? Do they know what I'm up to? There we go. Now that I've got the Zunis Church, I can tell them to stop doing things. Manage policies, disable everything, and don't get into anything. God, I am just squeaking by here. It's sad you can't just have a hedge fund tell everyone that bed stocks are overvalued. Oh yeah, we're still looking at zucchinis there, aka courgettes. There we go, so Initiatech's little surge there will come down. Same with the Zunis Church when I integrate them. Zunis Church has loads of firms. Those firms have got to go. It's going to be pretty expensive to fold them into another company, but I will almost certainly, well, I will certainly move them all over to a shell company because I don't want to destroy manually 200 firms like that. I like how Jake's profits seem to level or go down, even though he just keeps on crushing competition. There's no reason that my profits would go up right now. All I'm doing is destroying the competition, but I'm not actually moving in on their stuff. I already sell my stuff over here. So no, what I'm doing here is not for my profit, it's just to purely get rid of the competition. Oh my god, this recession stings. I mean, we will claw our way out of it eventually, but this unemployment rate that I have caused for these cities is definitely spurring that on. It's okay though. It is okay. Well, actually seeing those losses for me is not okay. Well, those global stocks will surely help us out there. Look at all that transferable cash I have. I gotta hand it to my... Ooh, wow, even the bank is willing to give me some money. I could do with 3 billion, please. Always good to check on the stocks every now and then. See if any of them are super mooning. None of them are. EA's made a bit of a bounce back, which is nice. Otherwise, though... Oh my god, why is Swiss Life just dying on me, please? Why are the Swiss so pathetic right now? Oh yeah, the bond market. Zunist Church actually has a bunch of bonds. Would you be so kind as to please sell those? Oh, that's all you had. Never mind. Build boats in Grimsby. I will be building up more industry, but that's only once I eliminate the competition. I want all of this stuff gone, and it's really cleaned up. What do we have? We've got a lot of Cerberus, Blazing Bagels, Skelly Syndicate, and... How in God's name did you build a mansion there? Isn't this land set to you may not build on? It definitely is set to you may not build on. How did you build a mansion there? Ah, I see. Uncle Fester always had a mansion there. It's just that Fester became a CEO later on. Nothing to worry about. Although I worried about it. Destroying jobs of your competition kicked off the recession. Who would have thunk? Well, it kicked off the recession because I didn't replace those jobs with anything. I suppose it's also hurting the cities because they're no longer having many businesses to tax. And they've still got a lot of social stuff to take care of. But don't you worry. Soon, as soon as I clear out the last of the competition, I'll be putting down loads of places for people to live. But I cannot afford to be losing control myself. So I need to keep that in mind. I can artificially prop up the cities by purchasing land from them, though. That will put money straight into the hands of the city. Have you broken into the tech sector? Oh, heavens, yes, we broke into the tech sector during the first major recession that we ever saw. When that came, I realized I needed to get into something less tangible. But we haven't worked with our tech for a long time. We just set them up and let them go. One thing worth noting is that with fewer competitions out there, there's less advertising being done. And eventually there'll be no advertising done. My advertising will only be around to advertise my own goods. So advertising will no longer be profitable to me, but it'll still be useful, so I'll keep it going. E-commerce sales have stayed about the same. Wow, e-commerce really looks immune to recession, still doing very well. Propping me up when my other companies are not, especially not the bank. It'll be fine though. For sale, well, it's not a mansion, so I don't care. It's just Frozen Kaiser. Hopefully someday he becomes Frozen Asset. He's no longer making money on his oil well, which is good. I hated the fact that he put this oil well right in the middle of here. He beat me to the punch. I just didn't want to spend $1 billion on that oil well. That natural gas costs me more than just buying it from him, but again, at least it doesn't go through Frozen Kaiser. Pump out those contracts, we need them. Recession, depression, depression. Oh, that's bad. But might also be good, because I already own Skeleton Warrior shares. That could be very good for me, actually. Nuln Oil is gone. Skelly. Where are you at, Skelly? Ah, I don't own much of Skelly, but their market cap did just go way up. I didn't own as much of them as I thought I did. Shadow is there, annoyingly holding a huge amount of Skelly Syndicate. 15% is not enough. Shadow, I need some of that. Oh god, it's expensive to buy Skelly. They did, however, eliminate Nuln Oil from the competition. It's kind of good. Really narrows down the amount of people that I need to take care of, doesn't it? Where are you at, Skelly? The ordering on this continues to be a pain to navigate. Right, Shadow, I know you are severely price gouging me on this one, but I need to own a reasonable share of these guys. The Hardley boys exist, but they don't do anything. And Initiatex share prices hopefully simmering down. Oh yeah, there was Zunist Church, which continues to go down. But I said I was going to consolidate then, didn't I? Yeah, you own way too many firms. You got any securities? You own a bunch of stock that I don't care much about. Alright, it'd be nice to do two at the same time though, if there was someone else I could bring in. But I'm running out of companies that have stuff that I'd be interested in buying up. Cerberus remains disgustingly expensive to buy out, though. I didn't want to pay $1 million for that oil well, so I squeezed him until he bled. It was $1 billion with a B, not an M. If it was $1 million for an oil well, I'd jump on it immediately. But $1 billion is a different story. Right, speaking of different stories, what am I doing here? Those Skelly warriors are everywhere and they need to be taken care of. But buying out the Skelly syndicate would be scary expensive right now. I don't think I could even do it, even if I maxed out my bank credit card. Aperture science continues to go up. Is anyone going down right now? I mean, people that have stuff. Goldfish went public, and I tried to buy out some of that. I still need to take care of Goldfish one way or the other. I guess since they're dipping a little bit, oh, Jiangbao just straight up doesn't want to sell stock to me. That's cute, isn't it? Lord Bane? No, people hate me. Datadyne? Yeah, go figure you'd demand such a huge amount. Well, forget that. I'd rather buy out Datadyne. The bakeries is still something that needs to be taken care of as well. Goldfish owns most of that. Ugh, and now I can't get Goldfish individually, can I? Everything's real expensive. Well, so am I, to be fair. Well, Zuna's Church is going way down. Alright, let's take care of Zuna's Church. I barely have any money, so naturally I'm going to go to my own bank and borrow huge amounts of money. Thank you, bank. And set myself up a subsidiary company. What are any kind of shell going? What about the rebate? Alright, we'll call it the shell rebate. And they're going to get, they're probably going to need a huge amount of money, so I'll give them about 25 billion. They might even need more than that. I'll give them 35 billion. And their throwaway CEO will be, give them Soup Dog. Nah, Soup Dog's been around. Give them Worst Shepherd. Okay, there's no need to tell you not to do anything. You're not going to have time to do anything. Zuna's Church, we're going to transfer all your firms, and I think I will just transfer everything. Was that company? Nah, screw it, just get rid of it all. Transfer firms, select everything, transfer over to... Oh, it only costs 6 billion. Still, over it goes to the shell rebate. And then if any remain, I'm going to destroy them. So, Corp, Zun Church assets, and just go around and destroy everything that's involved in software. Bit of a shame that software is the one thing that still sticks around, even though I do this a little... Ooh, Groupon! Groupon is an... Oh, it's an e-commerce thing. We don't care about e-commerce. We see it, we destroy it. It's got nothing to sell there anymore. Away it all goes. Now you have nothing. And now I go to the stock exchange, I go to Zunism, and at $34 per share, I just straight up merge you in for $1 billion. Very cool. Yeah, the E stands for erased. Okay, Initiatech still at 38. I still want them to drop down a bit more. And then there's the shell rebate that I now need to take care of. Could you kindly do a special dividend? No, you can't, because for some reason it has this retained earnings stuff. I still need you to go bankrupt, though. I give you way too much money. How did we solve this before again? I think I just deposited all the money and then forced you to go bankrupt. But if you go bankrupt and you just lose all that money, that's going to be very sad for me. How can I get that money? If you merge Initiatech now, use that shell company for them again to destroy that one R&D center. I'm trying to think how to get that money out of here. Because I can't set a dividend for them because they don't actually have any earnings. I mean, I can set it to 100%, but I still can't do a special dividend. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I don't know why. I could set them public. But their market cap is going to look really high. Surely you'll get that money back when they go bankrupt. Surely, right? What if I don't? Then I'm going to lose 30 billion that I maybe it'll go to the bank. Why would they go bankrupt if they have money? You know what? Let's test it out. Well, let's make a save just in case. Perfect. 027. I need to save more often, by the way. I actually crashed previously, and thankfully autosave was there for me, but my previous save was 2 years prior. Redoing 2 years of this would be very painful. Right, what was I thinking here? Shell rebate, if I tell you to deposit on a savings account every penny you have, then you're going to go bankrupt very quickly, and then I'll declare bankruptcy and see what happens. Hopefully I will get all your money, but we'll see. Or maybe they're making so much money off of the, they still apparently have 6 billion on them. How can this be? Maybe they weren't able to deposit anymore, or maybe I... Oh, I guess there's a limit to how much you can deposit? They've still got a whole bunch of money, though. They still can't do a special dividend. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting it to the political party. It's the easiest way to just bankrupt these people. So, National Party, punching up. Shell rebates, just kindly throw all your money towards them. And then they should go bankrupt. They should go bankrupt. Well, they're out of money. Come on, game. Tell me that my subsidiary is bankrupt, please. Just happened. Salt has stopped. Okay, well, the salt is back. Strange. Why are they not showing up as... Oh my god, where are they getting that money? Maybe they're getting the, Maybe they're getting the insurance money in. That would make a lot of sense, but, that's a problem. That is a big problem. Damn it, I gave them too much money and I can't take it out. I shouldn't have given them so much money, I just thought it would cost more to take over all that other stuff. So even if you deposit all that money, it's just going to... See, it's negative there. But it goes up. Stop going up. We need to get rid of that dosh. Just keeps repairing itself. No! Damn it, we're making too much money off of this interest. Yeah, they get interest from those deposits. That's what's hurting them right now. What can I do then? How do I solve this problem? Just withdraw all this money. It's going to be a hell of a bank run for you. I need to somehow move $27 billion. And for some reason I can't special dividend. And I could make a new subsidiary where they pump all their money into. And then that subsidiary would go public, and all of that, all those shares I would buy up with Perfect Market, I suppose. That makes a bit of sense. Yeah, we did this before, didn't we? So we call this the Shells Shell. Shells. So there you go. And Marvin Branach, you can be in charge of them. But don't do anything. Literally do nothing, please. So now you will go bankrupt, but we have this other company here. The Shells Shell, and they need to go public. Put all of those public. It's going to raise a lot of money for Shells Shell. Although strangely enough, I need Shells Shell to go bankrupt as well, don't I? Could be a little problematic. Oh well. Go public with that. And now I need to buy in Shells stuff. Man, all this stuff we do to get around all these regulations, how could it come to this? Where's Shells? Shells is out here. And I need Shell Rebate to sell their shares in Shells. This is getting confusing, isn't it? Right, that's going to tank the price, and hopefully it all just goes out to the everywhere. Oh, Marvin Branach now has control of it. Come on, where are you at? Shells. Alright. And then Shell's Rebate continues to sell. Great. And now Perfect Market is going to buy up Shells. Hopefully Marvin doesn't get in the way of this, but he might. Yeah, there we go. Marvin Branach's buying up some of those shares like the cheeky bugger that he is. There we go. I'm just going to straight up merge you in now with Perfect Market. You do not have enough cash. Alright, well, I'll merge you in using my own shares then. How you like those apples? And now... Oh man, I hope I haven't just created more problems for myself. Right, Perfect Market got that money back. So I definitely want to put that into the bank in case the... Yeah, well, I already took out a lot from the bank for this. Just making life complicated for myself, aren't I? I should have done a cash injection into that, because now Shell Rebate's still sitting on $7 billion that should be mine. Tell you what though, I can still keep Shell Rebate around, and they can use that money to buy out another company, because they don't actually do anything, do they? So Shell Rebate is going to make a deposit in the Skelly Syndicate with all of the money that they have. That's not even all of it. Oh crap, wrong type. I hope that was a savings account. It was a savings account, good. But that's the most you can deposit into there, sadly. Oh well, make a bit of money off of somebody else's stuff. Won't keep up with inflation, but at least the Shell Rebate will be there to transfer over another company. Right, that got complicated, but we solved it and we didn't lose $20 billion. A very elaborate money-losing scheme. That's sadly what it became. Alright, still waiting for Initiatech stock to balance out, but apparently they've got a... Yeah, apparently Initiatech is overvalued massively. Wait, no, that's negative. Apparently they're undervalued? Nonsense. Interest rate's going down. My money rate isn't going up. But we're working our way through them. There's Goldfish, Burning Bakeries, Skelly, Jeff Wayne Store of the World, Cerberus. Far fewer than we had before. Uh-oh, I forgot. I put my stocks public and didn't buy them back. Ah, crap, I just lost a few percent of my company at a much too high rate. I want to buy that back. Look at all these people buying up my shares. It's going to be an expensive one to take back. Ugh. Where'd all my money go? Still feel like I lost a lot of money on that. Because I'm still in debt. Pretty heavily in debt. What did I even get out of it? Not a lot. It's alright, we'll solve it in due time. It's those beds, man, those beds. Why is Initiatech's stock price not falling like crazy? I need you gone. Truly gone. Yeah, merging you. Ah, screw it, let's just get rid of Initiatech. I'm sick of seeing them. Dare I keep that staggering bed technology for myself? The tech gain isn't quite as good as it would have been under the Bedmaster TBW. I think I'm actually going to relocate you over to my tech center over here, in the belief that, oh right, can't do that just yet. Let's pause and say that yes, a little bit of this land can be used for that kind of stuff. And then let's locate you over here, and then make sure that it's kept as no man's land. Every time Jake says Initiatech, I giggle. Well, what's it meant to be? What's it even from? Right, the purse owners have just joined the competition. Again, they shouldn't be able to do anything. They're led by that rat. They're into real estate, but again, shouldn't be able to get their hands on anything. It's from office space. Again, don't know what you're talking about. Maybe that's for the better. Yeah, still big losses in Chengdu and Toulouse. Don't know what I can do to help out there. They're just spending too much money. Cities, policies. The tax rate is rather high. The unemployment rate is low. I guess they're just paying so much for services to the people. That unemployment rate, though, it's a bit staggering. Oh my god, it's depression, recession, absolutely everywhere now. Oh, it's a comedy. Right, well, that'll be why. That wouldn't be my cup of tea. Right. Despite the recession, despite the over-the-odds that I'm paying on everything, we're still holding together and slowly cannibalizing the competition. Although, yeah, still in crazy debt here. Wait, why does it show me as having all these bank deposits? Oh, right. I seem to have gotten a lot of bank deposits. Long-term bank deposits, some for billions. Who put these in the bank? I wouldn't have done that. They're mostly in my own bank as well. Can I just take those? Interest will be forfeit. Yeah, well, I don't really care about that. Did I always have all this money sitting in these banks? Maybe one of the companies that I merged with put all that money. I was wondering where several billions of my dollars were hiding. Give me all that. Learning things I'm not even sure I wanted to know. Yeah, we got banished music going. Uh-oh. By taking out all of that money, my bank is now in severe lack of money, so I need to pour that money straight back into the bank to keep it afloat. Hopefully my insurance firm will help me out on that front. Not by much, but a little. And let's make sure that I don't have bonds, do I? Of course I don't. Let's make sure those global stocks of ours are doing okay. Oh, Microsoft bounced back. Right, Microsoft, where are you at? Oh yeah, I'm not sure that's exactly mooning. Are they going to go higher than that? 403, 407, 409? See, every bit they go up, there are more billions for me. 406, 403. No, Microsoft. Up. 404, 406. Well, I need to know when I want to sell, don't I? Come on, 410 and I'll sell. You can go that high, right, Micro? Man, who names a company after their junk? No, stop falling, Microsoft. Now is the time for the big gains. 496, 494. Ooh, it stings to look at. Meanwhile, the Swiss continue to rupture. Come on, you can do better than that. Up. Jake's doing day trading. Well, not necessarily day trading. I check in every now and then to make sure that my stocks are doing well. And if they do really well, I sell them, and then I reinvest in some other sad-looking stocks. Come on, Microsoft, I said 410 or above. Ah, jeez, come on, you were 80 cents off. It's not hard, game. Just bring that stock value up. Up. Hey, there we go. I knew you could do it. But now that you've done it, you can do better, right? 414, 412. Come on, way up. Forget it, Jeff Wayne. You're not getting that. 418. You can do 20. You can do 22. Oh my goodness, are they going to go higher? If they're going to do 422, surely they'll do 440 or 450, right? Maybe they will, but this is good enough. Microsoft, let's sell for 20 billion. Ah, it's the sound of money hitting the right place. Let's go and find some sad stocks to invest in. Really sad. Anyone who's way lower than they've ever been before. Let's check Lifetime for this. Sad stock. I'm probably going to find the saddest stuff with the Swiss, but... I don't want to go into that one. Korea Sands or whatever it was wasn't Wasn't looking the right kind of sad. I feel bad for all the stuff that's mooning right now. Oh my, look, oh, it's Swiss. It's always the Swiss. Swiss have just taken my money and ran. Okay, none of these look great for investing into. There's been a sharp downturn on Nortel, but I think they're going to continue to go down. As a Swiss person, I take personal offense to the statement for some reason. Well, you need to tell your Swiss companies to perform a bit better. I'm already in the debt for bank. I gotta say, none of these look particularly good. Can I just run away with the money? The answer is yes. Yes, I can. And yes, I have. Alright, with that, I should be able to get myself out of debt entirely. And then I consider going into debt in order to get rid of some of these blasted other corporations. Datadyne is the biggest problem. Wait, why are you running an annual loss shell rebate? Datadyne is 64 billion. The big problem with Datadyne is their sheer amount of 16 billion, 13 billion, 15 billion. I think we just need to swallow our pride and swallow a lot of things and just borrow max and destroy Datadyne. So we come over here and we go Datadyne. They don't have a lot of firms, so I'm just going to acquire you with my dosh. And I'm only going to acquire you, I won't merge you yet. Because I need to go to Datadyne and tell them to sell those bonds. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I lose them from what we've seen before. So there we go. Now they have no bonds and probably lots of money. Yeah, 15 billion. So I get that 15 billion by buying them out. But most importantly, I get their stock. What am I going to do with your stuff here? Could sell it over to my shell company for sure. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. Datadyne. You got factories, software companies, retail stores probably making that software of yours. So it's not hugely beneficial to me. However we do this. Right, tell you what, I'll just go Datadyne and destroy your stuff. Because yeah, oh well, you make desktop computers with that. It's cute, I suppose. But it's all wrong. Get rid of it all. Finally, Datadyne selling the bonds. I sold the bonds. Datadyne is such a cool company. I forget who put it on the list. Seems like something a boomer would put in for some reason. But it is, it's such a cool company to see here. I love it. Still have to take... don't worry, Datadyne. I take no pleasure in destroying everything you've built up over your illustrious private career. But as annoying as private companies are, it's often cheaper to buy them out as a private company than wait for them to go public. When they're public, that's when they can really start causing some pain. So even though I'm plunging the world into horrible mass recession, at least I'm taking these people with me. Ah! There's a Datadyne mansion owned by Doc Spengler. Don't know how I could ever get rid of that unless Doc chooses to put it up on sale. Alright, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and that's Datadyne. Sadly, I don't get that mansion. I do get their tech, however. Datadyne has some really impressive database technology, funny that. Product tech, their database software and word processing tech is pretty phenomenal. It's apparently better than the top tech, don't know what to make of that. But still, Datadyne, let us become one. Did I really get their 15 million just then? Doesn't feel like I did. What was I at before? Because I took out a lot of money to make this happen. Took out 60 billion. Well, I suppose I can repay a chunk of that. And... Oh god, I took control of a bunch of other companies here as well. Cerberus. Finally. I've also... Yeah, I believe I've got a bunch of global stock now. Look at what we own, and... Whoa, some of it's really good. Some of it's really not, but unless I have a lot of very sad stock, I'm just going to, as usual, sell the lot of it. Because I don't care about $500 million here or there. Dang, they had a lot of global stuff. Ooh, even that stuff looks quite happy. Feels nice to make back a fair bit of what you spend to integrate a company. Because, man, this stuff gets real expensive. Just off it all goes. Bye. Wow, that was some very sad stock I had. Cerberus themselves have plenty of stock. Some of it looking really good. Shell rebate. Wrong company. Chrome, yeah. Chrome's got a fair bit of stock there. And then there's Perfect Market, of course, but none of it's doing particularly great. Also, let's get rid of my stuff and clear it away. Gives me a better view on that. So, on the local stock, yeah, some of this looks pretty good now. Jeff Wayne's Store of the World continues to evade me a bit better than I'd like them to. But ownership of Cerberus is nice to have. I doubt Rhombic wants to give up their 18 billion worth of shares all that easily. I'm coming for them. Alright. That puts me with a couple of subsidiaries I wasn't really looking for. The Lose Lobby doesn't do anything, so having their stock is a waste of time. Having them as a subsidiary is just going to confuse me when I see them on this list, when I'm at 75%. Okay, I'll take that. Where do we go from here? Still recession, depression o'clock. Now... Battleship says Kislev, and I don't know what he means by that, but isn't that one of our companies here? Yeah, Kislev is around, making negative money. How did they manage to build a firm? How in the world did they manage to build a firm here? This is a no-build zone. I am confused and angry at that. How did they manage that? I can only assume that this used to be where a mansion was, and then they tore down the mansion and built that instead. But it still should have been a no-build zone. Don't have an answer to that. Anyway, the backseat company has also joined. I need to make sure that they don't build anything. That would be very offensive to me. Yeah, they got nothing. Well, one little TV station's not gonna break the bank one way or another. I can take care of them in due time. Cerberus is selling shares to the Goldfish Company. Okay, but now when it comes to private company, there's no one left for me to execute. I can't deal with Ravens anyway, sadly. Thankfully, though, they don't really have any... Well, they've got 13 billion of bonds. Wow. They don't know what else to do with their money, I suppose. Can they buy properties that are put up for sale? Yeah, they can, but I figured if they destroyed it, the land would still be called no-build land. Hang on. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe this TV station was for sale from another company and they bought it. That makes a lot more sense. Ooh, that makes for sale buildings quite risky. Speaking of for sale, Marvin Branach wants to sell his mansion, and I want to buy that mansion, and I want to lowball him. Come on, be a champ, Marvin. He just doesn't want to sell his mansion, does he? There we go, 34 million. But you know what, the market value of this land is pretty good, so I'm just going to demolish the thing and sell the land for more than that cost. Good call, me. Man, the losses Chengdu is making, same with Toulouse, is a bit scary, but I'm sure we'll fight our way out of this recession one day. Yeah, well, that makes sense that he'd buy that out. That's cool though, if they're just getting little bits here and there, it's nothing for me to worry about. It's still the big guys that I need to take care of. Not many big guys left. No private companies for me to absorb, because it's impossible to absorb the telecom. That might be a problem for me. The telecom might be there forever. I think they've given telecom companies plot armor because if they don't exist, then the whole digital stuff doesn't exist. But I can still shove them relatively out of the way and dominate their market. I'd have to force them to go bankrupt, but that's a tall order. With all those kinds of bonds, I'm not even sure I could. As competition decreases, recessions may continue. Oh, it's probably going to be a very long-lasting recession. But Sydney and Vancouver shouldn't be very affected. In fact, Sydney is into expansion phase, and Vancouver is in a slight depression, 5% shrinkage. And I'm just happy to see myself able to take care of my loans. Only 24 billion in debt now. And if we claw our way out of these recessions, surely my banks will start working well for me again. Well, at least you'll work well for me. Give me those billions, I need them. Don't ask what for. Ugh, Archibald Vile just bought 1 million shares of my own company. He bought them from Marvin Branagh though, so no big deal. Yeah, this is a single-player game, Mr. Don Patch. Capitalism 2, that it's based off of, I believe is a multiplayer game, but I dread to think how that would work. At least the reason for emigration based on how filthy the air is should have gone away by now. Quality of life, environment. Well, the environment's gotten better in Grimsby and Chengdu, but I don't think they'll ever forgive me in Sydney and Vancouver for my massive display of factories there. Social security. Average pay rate of unemployment. Oh yeah, well, I'm not paying unemployment benefits to these people anymore. They're not really people though, are they? Looking at the city graph. These two graphs are very hard to compare because of the scaling of them, but we can just look at the raw numbers. I think the population will probably remain stable right now. I need to provide jobs, but I'm not doing that. I'm just so single-mindedly focused on eliminating the competition. And we're getting there on that front. Certainly getting there. The goal for this... Oh my goodness, you actually put up a little Hansa emote. Yeah. Every industry, every company, everything. We need to have market dominance in it. What's all those little hands there? Oh, right. Wait, what? Why do you own all those? Oh, I'm still trying to figure out how to make you bankrupt, haven't I? And I need you gone. Man, you've got way too many things. Can't I do a special dividend with you yet? No, I totally cannot. It's getting pretty hard to get rid of you, and I do want you bankrupt. Annual profit negative 1.4 billion. I need you gone, Shell Rebate. I straight up need you gone. I could just straight up donate all of your money to the political party and then you'll go bankrupt. That's a loss of a fair few billion, but at least it stops it being a constant loss. You don't have any bank deposits, do you? You've got some in the Skelly Syndicate. Could you deposit the rest of yours into here? And will you continue to make a loss on that? A loss enough to go bankrupt? Was that even the rest of your money? Well, you still got like 200 million. So if I tell you to donate to my political party all the rest of your money, please go bankrupt. They keep making money. Stop making money. I need you bankrupt. Maybe they're choosing to withdraw the money when they run out of dosh, using their incredibly powerful AI. That would make a lot of sense. Alright then. Withdraw it all. Withdraw it all. I just need this company gone and all of their firms gone. So... just check and make absolutely sure you don't own any bonds or any stocks, global or otherwise. Okay. Put it in a fixed time savings. They can't withdraw that. You can, you just lose all the all the interest you'd be making. Alright, well, bunching up's not going to be losing any dosh here though, although it's a shame because inflation will make this worth considerably less. Just, what a waste of $7 billion. Couldn't I just... No, I'm not going to lose that $7 billion, that's way too much to lose. I'm going to make the shell rebate, have another shell set up, and I'm going to do it properly this time. So we're going to have you set up a new subsidiary called the Shell Mark II. I guess it's Mark III by now. And you're going to shove every penny you have into them. And they are going to get Lelouch Vipatranya in charge of it. They're not going to be allowed to do anything. Just the swings and roundabouts I do to manage my money. Not even selling... Well, I am selling stuff, but not nearly as much as I was before. I'll get to that, though. Once the competition is gone, it is time for massive expansion of what I sell to people. But I want them all gone. That's my single bloody-minded focus here. Okay, so with that done, we are going to go to the Shell Mark III. And they are going to IPO at... yeah, I guess... Damn it, I shouldn't have given them all that money now, should I? Can I actually... Can they special dividend? No, of course they can't. Or could they? No, they can't. Okay. Well, I'll just have them IPO at that. No biggie. I still don't think this is working the way I want it to. Because you won't be able to cash inject them like that. And then the Shell Rebate's going to have to sell all their stock for a ridiculous amount. Why every penny? Then you once again will have issues getting money out of the Shell. Yeah, I did a mistake there again, didn't I? Of course I did. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Shell Mark III, you make a subsidiary. The Shell Mark IV is going to get the minimum amount that we can. 85 million, okay. Here's 85 million. And you're going to get Purple Tentacle in charge. Who won't do anything. I've forgotten how I did this now. Okay, how does this work again? Also, which one's which? The Shell Mark IV. How did I do this again? I'm trying to remember. I think I need to throw money into them, then IPO them. Is that right? So if I go to the Shell Mark IV and then do a capital injection with all of the money. Yeah. Then I IPO you. No, it didn't work that way. Damn it, how do I... Oh, I need to IPO it, buy it back, and then do it. Alright, don't worry. The Shell Mark IV is going to make... I remember it all now. Right, we're with it. We're with it. The Shell Mark V is going to go live with the necessary 85 million. I'm losing it. And I'm going to make a lot of people unemployed here. Press, you're in charge of that. You're not allowed to do anything, though. Never ever. Now, the Shell Mark V is going to IPO at like $6 or whatever. And now, we're going to find the Shell Mark V here. Where are they at? There's Shell Mark V. The Shell Mark IV is going to buy it all up. And since they own 100%, now the Shell Mark V can get a capital injection again of all of the Shell Mark IV's money. Okay, I think this works. So now the Shell Mark IV has all of the money. And then the Shell Mark V is going to... The Shell Mark V is going to sell all of the... No, other way around. Shell Mark IV is going to sell all of the Shell Mark V shares. Advanced money losing strats. That might be the right way to look at it. Alright, you are just going to sell. Now remember, I want this money back. So Perfect market here. By the way, while we're at it, could the Shell Mark IV get much of a loan? I think it gets $7 billion or so. While we're at it, why don't we shove that into them as well? Oh, because I already passed the time that I could do cash injection. Never mind then. Besides, that's an exploit that I think I said I'd stop using. So now we have the Shell Mark V with everything in public shareholder hands, so Perfect Market is going to buy it up. Press is trying to get in on some of that, but Press is hopefully too late, as long as they don't get 25% of the company. There we go, now I can merge with Shell Mark V. And there we go, we got the $7 billion back. And now, the other shells that I have, apart from the Shell rebate, I can just get rid of. Hopefully they'll go instantly bankrupt. Why in the world is Shell Mark whatever not bankrupt? Shell rebate still has money. Where are they getting this money? Stop having money. Maybe from the shares that they sold. They weren't worth a lot, but they were worth something. Alright, Shell rebate. Just shove it all in. You too, Shell Mark IV. Can I take negative money off of Shell Mark III? No, okay. How to donate negative money. Alright, subsidiary Shell Mark III is out. That's fine, just off they trot. Hey, there was actually money per share out of that. Shell Mark IV is on the brink of bankruptcy. Well, that's a shame for them. And then, why is the initial one still existing? I need to get rid of Shell rebate. What are they doing? Are they like, they can't be putting out shares or anything. They're a private company. I'm actually at a loss of how they're doing that. How much was that spent for the 7 billion? Let's not ask. Let's not ask about that. These guys are losing way too much money. What the heck? How do they even have any money? They're not selling their businesses, are they? Shell rebate. Operating revenue of 306,000, operating expenses there, but how are they actually getting any money? Looks like they've been borrowing money to keep themselves alive. Well, stop borrowing money. Pay it all back. Go bankrupt. Are you putting out bonds? Yeah, they put out bonds as well. Don't do that. I thought I didn't allow you to do these things. Ah! Didn't have those disabled. I think I said something like, they won't have time to do any of these things. Now they should go bankrupt. Oh, they tried to go bankrupt. They keep barely making enough money to survive. Stop that. Go bankrupt. There we go. There we go. Shell rebate has run out of cash. Bye-bye. And as the owner, I got still money per share. So finally, that accursed Shell company is gone. It's all because I put Worst Shepherd in charge. I'm certain of that. Much better. Okay, that was a big mess, but we managed to get it sorted out. And on top of that, I should be able to claw my own way out of debt now. Well, actually, yes I can. I can get rid of all of that. No bonds, no nothing, no fuss. Sweet. And then the map starts looking a whole lot emptier. In fact, I am the dominant force on the map here. Scary thought as that is. Yeah, they close down their firms and sell that land and stuff. Cerberus at every corner. But Cerberus, at least I control a fair chunk of you now. No, you're not allowed my stuff here. Yeah, I control over half of Cerberus. They're still kind of super mooning here. Maybe I should just start making moves. Actually, maybe I should just kill Cerberus. They've got too much everything around here. So... Let's just take another big fat chunk of loan out. Yeah, everything I can, and just get to work on Cerberus. I'll buy some, let their stock simmer down, and then take care of them. Sadly, I have to buy it off of Rhombic at silly money. Look at that silly amount of money I've got to buy it for. They're asking for 2,400 on shares that are 1,400. These prices make me wince. But I need to take over. So let's also just bring this down to about 2.5%. It hurts a lot, but at least Cerberus will finally be gone. It's a lot of... Actually, it's not that many firms to get rid of, is it? I'll still be transferring them to another shell company, but at least this shell company I won't screw up with, or at least I hope I won't. While we're at it, let's make sure that Cerberus don't have any bonds. So just sell all those and get your money back. Excellent. I wonder why all the greatest games have to suffer such horrible UI. Because this game's 20 years old. That's the unfortunate truth. Right, I got them, like I said. Let that stock price simmer down before I completely buy them out. Repay as much of that loan as I can. Right, Cerberus is going to go. And after that, there should be very few things standing in my way. There's bakeries, Jeff Wayne Store, the World, Skelly Syndicate, and... Okay, that's where's the Goldhanger Mansion. That's not a problem. Yeah, Jeff Wayne Store, the Worlds, Blazing Bakeries, Skelly Syndicate, and Goldfish. Can't forget Goldfish. I'm looking forward to getting back to expansion. Actually, making stuff. I'll set up a new business district in the places that have horrible amounts of unemployment. I should be able to swing Grimsby, Chengdu, and Toulouse back into the good times. But for now, they need to suffer the bad times so they know just how bad things are. Besides, bad times keep the inflation rate nice and low. Didn't the UK once have inflation rate of like 0.25%? Good times. There are certainly people that would debate just how good those times were. Too bad. Can't believe I lived long enough to see the VAT risen to 20%. Profit going down, down, down on this because I'm giving out really cheap rent. Archibald Vile buying yet more shares in my company. It's going to be really hard to get that back. But another question is, do I really want to? I should probably do more merger buyings with my shares because that's easy for me to do. So look at that. That's a lot. But if I just issued 12 million more shares of my own company, I don't think I should even really care who's buying them. As long as I retain 50% control, then it's okay. It's really free money for me. Plus the merger cost for Cerberus is 21 billion. Using my shares, so that's probably a good idea. It would leave me with more spare cash to buy others. Also, Cerberus, could you calm down with that stock price? It needs to go back down to, like, what was it, about 1,200 or so? Oh man, I can't wait to be building stuff, getting into industry again. Killing the competition. It's something that has to be done, but still, I don't think it's where the heart and the... Well, the heart and the soul of the game is being powerful enough to do that. And someday I will. Not too much in debt right now. Do want to keep an eye on the stocks and stuff. Games never let you choose more than 2 of. Good gameplay, good UI, good performance. Yeah, Rise of Industry got 2 of those. Was close. Get rid of that Cerberus. I want to see how we're doing. Oh my! Boots have bounced back big time. That's what I like to see. Show me the boots. Ooh, I don't know if that's super mooning, but I don't want to get too greedy on that. Sell out while we can. And the Da Sing Bank is looking alright as well. No telling if they'll go higher than that or not, but maybe I should cut my gains and go. SoftBank is on the up. I'll believe in that. And Electronic Arts. I bought those sad stock and now they look less sad. So I feel like I'd just walk out with that 105 billion that my insurance company has, but sadly it doesn't work like that. I can walk out with 10 billion or so, and I won't. I gotta leave them with that. You need to leave a certain amount relative to the amount of premiums that you have, or something like that. Okay, time to look for very sad stock and buy it. I did see a very sad one, and we'll certainly buy it. Sad stock, sad stock. Barlow World doesn't look very happy. I'm not sure if it's sad enough to buy, though. It's only 4 billion, give me that. A lot of stock is looking very happy, actually. Come on, sad stock, sad stock. Kuraya? Probably gonna go way down after all of that. Really? I could have sworn I'd seen sad stock. Yeah, there we go. Nortel Networks. I mean, if they hadn't had that spike, it wouldn't look that sad, would it? But still, I know they can go high. Oh, wow, they're very expensive to buy. This could backfire tremendously, so just buy 2% of that company. Who else is looking sad? Not a lot of that. Sad companies. Questar, to get 15 billion in you. Nice to be playing around with the billions. I really do like the insurance company game. Oh, wow, Swiss Life continues to look incredibly sad. Are we going to believe that they can bounce back? Yeah, it's to take a whole 15% of them then. Honestly, they are so sad. Let's buy big time into them. Those Swiss, how can they be so bad with money? I thought being good with money was the Swiss thing to do. Tell you what, I think that DEPFA... Wait, didn't I actually just sell on DEPFA because they were doing so? No, I've got DEPFA already. Damn, they're all in general doing alright. Barlow then? Neutrality begets money. There is that. I hate to leave you 28 billion of uninvested money. I think I'll try out Checkpoint then. Grab like 1% of Checkpoint. Because if it ever doesn't do well, we just hold, don't we? Yeah, Factorio is all three, yeah? The exception that proves the rule. Great game, great UI, terrific performance. And if the performance ever dies, well, you switch off the biters and you get another surge on it because you're probably at the point where biters don't matter if you start hitting UPS limits. With all these billions coming in, it should be very easy to be building up all the industry that I will, and it'll be good to give people the opportunity to buy it all. Throws me a bit that it doesn't look like they buy that much of it, but looking at my market share, oh, that's pretty swell. Of course, it's non-existent in the other places because I didn't set up the shops for it, but there will be a big shop set up as soon as I produce everything and crush all my competition. Nice thing about crushing the competition is getting the tech to be able to produce everything as well. See, I see things like building for sale here, and I wonder, should I be worried? I could just buy it and trash it rather than have some other company move in and take it from me. I will pay you that much. No? Okay. I can't imagine Jimmy Hopkins is much of a negotiator on this front. Oh, I shouldn't have sold the land. I want the land for myself, but still. Lots of things going up for sale. Lots of struggling companies. That's what I like to see. I like to see their share price struggle while we're at it, though. Right, local stock up to perfect market. Has Cerberus cooled down a bit? Wait, no, they're still going up. Stop going up, Cerberus. You're not allowed to do that. How do they keep doing it? That stock price just... outrageous. Right. Oh my god. It just doesn't stop. Damn you, Cerberus. I think I should just do away with them. Doesn't... Oh my god, stock value just keeps going up. How can this be? You're buying an insane amount of stock, might explain the rising share price. Yes, when I buy it, it goes up. And then it stands to reason when I stop buying it, it goes back down. But it's not going back down. Yeesh. Okay, well, is there anyone else I can do in whilst they're doing that? I don't actually want any of Dali State. And I don't think Andromeda is an actual company that I need to care about, but Aperture Sciences. Aperture Science don't own much. But they still have stuff. Yeah, it's that bloomin' Frozen Kaiser. They don't have a huge net worth either. So I could probably, you know, it's going up and up and up anyway. I might as well just do away with you. Yeah, look at that. Look at that stock price just shoot up because people know that I'm willing to buy it. Monsters, the lot of them. Oh well, let's just do away with them. To hell with the cost. Scary though it is. I just need to get enough to gain control of the company. And then tell them to stop doing anything. Yeah, look at that. People know that it's in demand. Okay, then we go to Aperture Science and we similarly say that you're not allowed to do anything. I trust we do the same to Cerberus. We probably already did, but let's make sure. Good. Then we let them simmer down, and I'm going to... Actually, maybe it would be a beneficial thing to transfer over all their firms right now so they stop looking so good. And for that, I'm going to need to make another one of my shell companies, although let's try and remember not to give them too much dosh. If I wanted to transfer all of your firms, it would cost 8 billion. Oh god, I don't have 8 billion. Probably still in debt here. By 30 billion, but that's okay. We can always just take over more billions. Yoink. Alright, so I need 8 billion plus... What was the other one? What's the other amount? Aperture Science to transfer all of your firms. Costs 1.8. So what's that? 1.8... Can't seem to select yours for some reason. Let's try that again. Transfer firms, select all. 1.8 and 8.4 is 10.2. Let's round it up to 10.4. So here we go again. Set up new subsidiary. So Shell Mark 6. What was the number I just said? Probably something like 10.6. 10.3, 4, 5, 6. And there you go. The throwaway CEO is Phobos. And again, you're not allowed to do anything. And let's just get rid of all this junk. Corporations, Aperture Science, transfer firms. Select all. Is there anything you have that I don't want to switch over? I doubt that internet company is worth my time, so transfer all to Shellmark 6. And you're still left with your internet company, which is e-commerce, so bye-bye e-commerce. And then there's Cerberus. Feels good getting rid of these, I gotta say. Transfer. Oh yeah, do you have anything I want to care about? Oh, you got media. You got quite a lot of stuff. It's going to be a pain to tear down the rest of your things, but so be it. Transfer all the firms over to Shellmark 6. And then, yeah, I need to get rid of the rest of yours. Not yours, but yours. So, Corporation, Cerberus. Oof, that's quite a lot to destroy, but destroy it we shall. We're almost there. I knew this would take a long time. But that's a-okay. It means it's going to be yet more exciting for me to actually start building things once all this is done. This means that Jeff Wayne's Store of the World, Skelly Syndicate, and Goldfish are about the only other companies that I even care about. There might be some outliers with 1 or 2 buildings, but that's about as deep as it goes, I think. There we go, 25 to go. I remember seeing Factorio massively improve its performance, so that's your headquarters, I'll leave that. Particularly when it came to multiplayer, went from barely working with a few people to being able to run with hundreds. Yeah, I mean, I really wonder what their mantra is behind that. It's very impressive. But they must have known that, you know, they could not focus on that and still have a very good and profitable game. It's just nice to see a company focus on making a good product rather than making money. Although they do both quite handily, don't they? Bing.com. Oh, I take pleasure in destroying you. Has Bing ever given you the search results that you're actually looking for? I should look into a way to rip out Bing integration with all the Windows stuff. E-commerce, e-goodbye commerce. There we go. There's a Bing search engine, precisely. Okay, great. That should be that, and then we just wait for... Hopefully the share price will collapse on Cerberus now. I can hope. I can live in hope. They've got a lot of cash on hand though. Whoa, if they've got 52 billion on cash, then me integrating them just gets me that cash straight up. That's a lot of cash for Cerberus to have. Should I even risk them being able to spend that? Man, that is some good money. That could easily be my money. It just still bothers me that on the stock market the cost of that is astronomical. Also, why didn't my shell go under? Don't tell me you're taking out loans and stuff. They're not, they just somehow have loads of money. And they can't special dividend, can they? Oh, they had money left over from that previous thing I did. Well, if you've got money left over, you know where to put it. Shell Mark 6, shove it into my political party, please. And now you should go bankrupt. And yet you're not. You gave them about 300 million extra, yeah, and I think they're somehow making money off the stuff that was transferred over to them. Yeah, well, they're holding, but I think at the turn of the month when all their expenses come out, they will suddenly not be holding. Poor shell companies struggling to survive. Your insurance company's capital. Ooh. Well, good thing I have money to give my insurance company. How about my bank? Oh, my bank's doing fine. Fine enough to give me a couple billion, thank you. Come on, Shell Mark 6. There we go, they're in the black. Shell Mark 6 is out of cash. What a tragedy. Declare bankruptcy. I actually get money per share off of them, which is really nice. And it's starting to look really blank on the map. Oh, I love to see it. Now... stock prices, they just won't quit. Well, tell you what, you have so much money on you. I'm done with this. I'm just going to merge you in. Time for the merger. Just pay it with shares. 24 billion worth of shares to finish the fight. I can't believe it. There we go. You're gone. And with that, Aperture Science, you're also getting merged in. And then, oh god, right, people really bought up my shares, and why wouldn't they? I'll try and buy back what little I can. Still, I got 70 billion out of that. Thank you for having all that cash on hand, Cerberus. I hope I remembered to take out all their bonds, but I probably forgot again. And now I'll have ended up with, yep, loads of public stock to sell. Again, I don't like holding on to public stock as a company, so it just gets sold away. No real significant amount of money there. I did not get any bonds. Okay. I did, however, get control of the Lose Lobby and Prom. Interesting. Alright, how am I doing? Lose Lobby. Doesn't really matter what I own of the Lose Lobby. The Lose Lobby doesn't do anything. Like, they actually do nothing, so their money is becoming worth less due to inflation. Prom also does nothing, but Jeff Wayne's Store of the Worlds. The Skelly... Oh, the Skelly Syndicate is tanking. I need to buy the dip. Shadow, gimme, gimme, gimme. Goldfish have a bunch of this, and I don't like goldfish, but... Where's Skelly again? Skelly Syndicate, buy that dip. For the many billions that it costs, as usual. Right. Do I continue to buy the dip? They're worth 900 now. People are selling them to me for way too much. I think I'll just eliminate them. Get rid of the Skellies altogether. We gotta take these aggressive actions or we'll forever be at their mercy. The Skelly Syndicate is run by the Naked Scotsman, so he's not gonna want to sell to me. I'll buy from Phobos. I'll buy the rest of Shadows. God, this is a wincy amount of money to be parting with. As in, it makes me wince. How much do I need? I only need about 1.1. There we go. And now I can be gone with you. I have really turbocharged your stock price, but I might again just do the merger and say to hell with it. Skelly Syndicate again have a lot of firms that I want to get rid of. I might want their banks for myself, but I don't know. Wait, how do you even have banks? How do you have a bank HQ? Ah, right, you are one of the only remaining competitors on the banking scene. How much does your bank actually have in it? The bank has 3 billion deposited into it. My bank should have, like, many times that. 130 billion, so I don't really care about his crummy bank. So what I want to do is transfer all his firms over to another shell. I guess so. How much would it cost to do all of yours? 5.9 billion. God, I've taken out plenty of money here. 5.9 billion. So what's this? Shell Mark 7? Don't worry, we will be done with this eventually. It just takes a lot. I forgot the number. What was it? 5 point something? Anyone remember? I certainly don't. Select all, transfer 5.9. So 5.9. That should do you nicely. Cockpool. That'll do. And here's Sato in charge. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. And then transfer all those firms over. And then, wow, he left behind a lot of stuff. I guess I've no choice but to merge in the banks. What's the internet company, though? Skeleton Warrior Syndicate. Do I keep the banks? Do I keep the banks? I suppose at least they got good brand and stuff behind them, so I guess I'll keep hold of them. I doubt they'll make me truly that much of a loss. Cash is temporary. Actually, cash is forever. Especially in this game. Just gonna be happy not seeing any more of the Skelly Syndicate. That really leaves Jeff Wayne's Store of the World, Blazing Bakeries, and Goldfish. I actually can't think of any other companies that even exist on the map, let alone have a reasonable presence. And again, the reason I need to demolish the factories and these, and the reason they didn't transfer over is because they deal in software. And due to it probably being very exploitable, you cannot transfer software production or... How in God's name did you get a factory here? Well, it doesn't matter, it's my land now, but how did you get that there? Ah, I left that as a little gap, didn't I? Yeah, a gap of unowned and yet able to build on land. Which is probably the same problem as the... Ah! Yeah. Whereas the gold has managed to set up another little R&D center here. That's funny, I thought I bought all this land. I could have sworn I had. Right, no more building around here, guys. You're just not allowed to. Not allowed to. Yeah, that'll be the problem. I left some gaps which I should not have left. Well, that's on me, but it's no big deal. Nothing compared to some of the others that we've seen. Right, still going through these guys though. Where are you at? Headquarters, branch, well, that's e-commerce, so it's eradicated commerce. Factory's gotta go. Lots and lots of banks. Factory's gotta go. Okay, very good. Now I can be done with you. And once again, I'll just go and, despite the high cost, do a merger. Target company owns stock in the acquiring company. What? Skelly Syndicate own a tiny amount of my stock. But that's okay, I can just tell the Skelly Syndicate to sell that stock. It's actually quite nice because it allows me to buy it back quite easily. And then Skelly's gotta go. This is getting messy, but it's almost done, thankfully. Do I pay that in cash or do I issue shares? I'll just pay it in cash. Heaven knows I have the cash. There we go. And on top of that, I managed to gain control over Jeff Wayne's Store of the Worlds. It's not unthinkable, since I already have my shell company set up, to continue to offload other companies on them. Clearing out Jeff Wayne's Store of the World would be a blessing for me. Let's get rid of you. And I forgot to check the bonds again, didn't I? Rhombic, give me those shares. Give me Jeff Wayne's Store of the World. Wait, I was looking at the wrong company there, wasn't I? Probably, I was looking at Rhombic's Prom. Jiangbao. Give it to me. Oh, bye-bye money. And hello debt. There we go, Jeff Wayne's Store of the World can now be dealt with. Andromeda is not a real company. There are very few real companies on this list now, aren't there? There's Jeff Wayne. Mos Maurice doesn't do anything. FTL doesn't do anything. Goldfish does a lot, and they are a pain to take over, but I gotta work on them eventually. Bakeries, of course. And Goldfish owns bakeries, so I need Goldfish first. But Goldfish will get me bakeries. And then that's everything. Right. Get Goldfish, I get bakeries, and they're all done. So Goldfish, you're coming with me. Jiangbao, I hope you'll sell. Oh god, he sells for ridiculous amounts of money. Triple per share. And I doubt Lord Bane wants to sell. No, he doesn't. Oh man, that's about 10 offers of this. Oh wait, Jiangbao doesn't want to sell to me in general. I should have gotten Goldfish when they were private. Now they're going to be so much more expensive. Cleaning up the map like you got Sillet Bang to spare. Yeah, but this Sillet Bang is absurdly expensive. Alright, it must be done. Come on, I am willing to pay whatever for this stock. See, nobody else has Goldfish stock, so I'm the one that has to come in and make these big offers. He wants so much money per share. And because they have loads of money, he has got no incentive to sell his to make more stocks. Come on, I just need to eradicate you. Okay. I'm pretty much out of money here. And I'm already heavily in debt. But this is the final hurdle. I'm already 50 million in debt. I can't borrow much more. I'll borrow everything I can. Let's see if we can't punch a little money out of my banks and stuff. Well, they got about 10 million in transferable. I'll take what I can. I'll take 7 billion. Billions, millions, it's all this, that, and the same. Take another 6 billion out of you. And let's go for these absurdly expensive everythings, and then I can finally start building up other stuff. If you have total control of the economy, is this communism? Certainly not with the prices I'm going to charge. And we're going to have rich supplies too. Right, Zhang Bao, I need to buy four and a bit stock, batches of stock off of you at ridiculous sums of money. The goldfish price is just... ugh. It's so expensive, but that's okay. I just need another 0.7% of the company. There we go, I got it all. So, when I merge goldfish, I will also be merging in the other ones, but I need to get rid of their stuff. Goldfish... I really shouldn't be merging them at that cost. I need to wait for them to simmer down, and they definitely will simmer down, especially when they won't have anything left. Okay, Goldfish, my subsidiary. Let's transfer all your firms over to my shell. It costs 2.4 billion. 2.48 billion. The shell has 15, so yeah, 2.5, let's call it. 2.5 capital injection. Oh, it's kind of hard to do that, but there you go. Finally cleaning these people out. Feels good. It was a lot of work to get to this point. Shell Mark 7 gets all those firms. And then anything you have left over, I am just destroying. Yeah, some of it's for sale, which is cute. Imagine how much money I could have saved if I'd just taken them out privately. Oh, man. It could be worse. Imagine if I'd let Datadyne go public. It's alright, though. Money is forever. WhatsApp is going away. I don't think I've ever used WhatsApp. No, I have. That's the thing on your phone, right? My dad wouldn't stop pestering me to get it. Sadly, I can't do away with their mansion. Definitely getting rid of Yahoo. The world will be a better place for it. I need to get rid of all these tech-related places. Your video on demand service is actually rather profitable, but it's still going away. There's only one video on demand service allowed to be had, and that's mine. Same goes for all internet companies. I wonder how reach works when there's no competition. You'd think you'd be able to catapult yourself up to 100%, but I doubt it goes that smoothly. Alright, now there's not much left to integrate from Goldfish. I'll just leave them be. As long as they are not allowed to do anything at all, then they should simmer down a bit. Jeff Wayne's Store of the Worlds. Holy moly, they got a lot of stores of the world. Well, once again, transfer all of your firms over. It's going to cost 6.8 billion, so I need to give them about 6.5 billion. Anything above 6.5 billion. I'm running out of money to do all of this stuff, but we'll be okay. Unless I start making a loss, then I'm not okay. That's going to be very funny. What'll I do in that case? Right, what did we say? 6.5 billion? It's about as close as I can get it. Corporation, Jeff Wayne's Store of the World, transfer all those firms to the shell. A-okay, and again, they'll have some left over, but it's not a lot. So, Jeff Wayne's Store of the Worlds, get rid of this factory, get rid of this factory, get rid of this factory, and you're gone. And, funnily enough, Blazing Bakery is going to be the last man standing in all of this. Rakuten, e-commerce, not working out so well for you. Alright. Now, again, I'm going to let their share price simmer down, because there's no way it's worth 259. Although if it keeps going up, like, what was it, Datadyne's kept going? No, Cerberus. Then that's going to be horrible for me. And then I'll have control over the Blazing Bakeries, and they will be the last to fall. And then I will finally get to work on actually restarting this depressed, recessed economy. At least Sydney looks good. Alright, let's keep that saved. Perfect. 028. Okay. Now I don't mind my shell company going bankrupt, but it would be nice if they could stick around long enough for me to shove over all of See, I control Goldfish, and Goldfish controls the other guys, but I don't think that means that I can make moves on the bakeries that integrating them. What I could do is have them sell all their stock and buy it up myself, but that would be very expensive and other people might get it. Maybe I should just fold in Goldfish while I can. No, I need to wait for those ridiculous share prices to normalize. Because there's no way their company's worth 4,000. That should come way down. Okay, shell company's out of cash. They're just going to be bankrupt immediately. Hopefully I make some money off of it. Hey, I do. I got $80 per share from them selling all of their buildings. Ugh, mansion owned by the purse owners. Why not? Says time for me to head to bed. Night chat. Bedtime? Central Asia? Got Heldon owning his own mansion here. It's the world coming to. Nothing good, that's what. A little concerned about the losses that I'm making right now. I'll just ignore all these buildings that I took in. And... oh my god, stop going up! You're meant to come down. There is no reason for your stock price to remain that high. You don't do anything. Well, I guess you have tons of money, but I still want you to simmer. Simmer like crazy. Dun, dun, da, da, da. Okay, my profits aren't looking so hot. I need them to look considerably hotter, especially given how much debt I'm in. I'm very not happy with how much of my own stock I had to part with for this. Especially since I can see my own stock price going up way high. Forget buying other people's stock. Imagine trying to buy mine. Market cap 600 billion, almost $1 trillion market cap. I mean, you love to see it, but still. Okay, good. Goldfish is starting to simmer down. Start to really plunge now. Don't flatline out. I need you to keep going down, down, down. If they try and stay at that top there, I'll be most unhappy. Not doing anything is exactly why their share price is rising. There's no risk in sitting on money. There's inflation, although inflation is very low right now. Goldfish isn't sitting on that much money though right now. Jeff Wayne's Store of the World is still apparently making a profit off of their nothing here. Oh man, look at that. That's more like it. Down it goes. Down, down, down it goes. We need a good crisis. That we do. Cut the water supply. I am the water supply as well. Okay, don't you dare start spiking up on me. Elections are running, but we have the elections in the bag, so that's okay. Yeah, get yourself back down. You don't deserve to be so high. At least I'm busy making money as time goes on. Excellent. Although I'd love to not be in such crippling amounts of debt, personally. Let's at least not have that many loans coming out. It's going to put taxes in the water supply to turn everyone's hair grey. I'm not sure I understand what that means, but you seem happy, so I'll take it. Jeff Wayne's Store of the World has come crashing down enough for me to want to buy them. So let's just merge with you. Barely costs anything, so I'll just pay in cash. Huzzah! Jeff Wayne's gone. And then Goldfish will be the next to go. As long as their share price continues to shatter. I want it back down to where it was, which was like 1,500. Okay, maybe this time I can remember to sell your bleeding bonds if you have any. Keyslab's putting bonds up. My bakeries have bonds. Oh, not anymore, you don't. But Goldfish, oddly enough, didn't have bonds. Oh, that's right, I need to tell my newly acquired company what they can and can't. Oh, right, I need to wait for Goldfish, don't I? Goldfish, down, 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 down you go. Alright, 1.4 is good enough. Time for the merger. I'll just pay that in cash. Well, I acquired them, but I can't merge them. It even pays the congratulatory music, but I cannot. They own an operating system, huh? Maybe I need to select them. And hang on, they don't... Oh, Christ, what am I meant to do now then? How do I eliminate Goldfish? Drop the antitrust law. Also, that sentence is incomplete. Two companies who both an operating system. An entire operating system. Well, the thing is, they don't do any operating systems anymore. Bankrupt them. Splendid idea. Since I have full control over them, I should be able to go here. And... oh no, but what about all their stock they own in everyone? Right, they can sell the stock for big money and I can take it out, surely. Can I even actually take all their money? Maybe. Right, well, for one thing, they're going 100% on the dividends. Alright, so what I think I need to do is sell all their stock and everything and then bankrupt them. So... I need to go to Goldfish Industry. All they own are bakeries and purse owners. Okay. So they're going to sell all their purse owners, and they're going to sell all of their bakeries. Surely you, as the government, can just repeal the law. Sadly, I'm just local government. Right, for one thing, we're at least going to crash my bakery's stock price. Something changed on this list. God damn, I hate it when that happens. They had more than just that, didn't they? Yeah. Wait, I'm on Prom now. Here's Goldfish. Okay, I think that's what's sold. There they go. They get rid of all that. Now Goldfish does not have any of that stuff. And damn it, I wanted to integrate Goldfish for their technology as well, but never mind that. Okay, coming back to it, Goldfish own... oh, they own global stocks as well, okay. Stock exchange, global, Goldfish, sell everything. Okay. Well, I got a fat stack of cash, they don't own any of that. What else do you have then? You've got a headquarters, you've got low stock price. You're not allowed to do anything. And then I'm going to take all your money. So, financial actions, Goldfish, special dividend. Every penny you have, you pay to me. Ah, that's not every penny, but it's close enough. There we go. Now they're left with 2 billion that they can't really do anything with. It's going to be hard to bankrupt them like that, though, isn't it? They don't have many losses. Actually, what they could do is deposit, put that money towards my my political party. They'll surely lose a bit of operational cost for their headquarters, if nothing else, and then I should be able to bankrupt them like that. How's bakery stock? Yeah, I should buy that back up before I get distracted by anything else. Stock market as perfect market, local. And where are the bakeries? My bakery's stock price is down at $3 each, but I'll just be buying that up, thank you kindly. Hey, there we go. Gain control of that. And just a little bit more, and I can just straight up merge these. There we go. Now I got you. Now I freaking got you, Jimmy Hopkins. Some say there's no stopping you, but I disagree. Oh, I can throw all these industries over to the goldfish, and then they will, then they'll go bankrupt. Perhaps to have them issue bonds that you can buy, says Sweet Orange Bunny. Then they would lose money. Then I would lose all the money on the bonds that I got out of them, because a bankrupt company doesn't, you don't redeem any money off of bonds that belong to a bankrupt company. You do get them if they belong to cities or central government, though. Right, I do think that transferring all this over to the goldfish is a good way to turbo debt them. That money needs to go somewhere anyway, doesn't it? So, select all. I could also even sell my stock in goldfish so that I get something back as they go bankrupt. Hey. But they'd have to go bankrupt. If they didn't, I'd be in trouble. Also, they'd lose their management policies under me. No, bad idea. I need them dead, so let's not take this risk. Transferring these over to goldfish would cost 8 billion. Ouch. Big ouch. Couldn't I just make you go bankrupt under me, Jimmy? I don't need your tech and stuff that badly. I mean, sure, it's always nice to get your pet products. But maybe I'd rather you were just dead. He's got a lot of tech, though. He's got a lot of level 100 tech. I want that tech. But I might just rather get rid of my bakeries. Take all their bleeding money and leave them for bankrupt. Let's disable all that, disable all that. But they still make a profit, so that might be a little tricky, huh? That is a lot of good tech. Yeah, you're right. I just didn't want to go to the bother of setting up another shell company. Or the bother of putting money into goldfish for them to buy this. But the money goes into my bakeries and I get that money back, so it's no big deal. Alright, how much was it to transfer all of your firms? Select all, transfer to... Oh, but then goldfish is going to start making a profit off of that. I need to be sure that goldfish doesn't. Maybe I should just make sure that goldfish dies first. What did we decide about how to spend goldfish's money? I don't want to pour it into the political pot again, although I could. I could buy land with it, and then... No, it's not so easy. How to burn $2 billion. Oh well, can't think of anything better. Into the political pot it goes. God, man, punching up is just pretty enamored with all these donors lately. Alright, there you go. Now let's hope that the fish go bankrupt. What if the game can't handle them going bankrupt? That'd be quite funny. Zero money isn't zero money enough. What can I do to make you have a definite loss? Where's your headquarters at? No, not that headquarters. I want Goldfish Industry headquarters. Here's your headquarters and here's your mansion. Headquarters. Can I not even set your salary here? Can I buy something here? There we go, that put you in debt. Oh cool, you can do that without money. There we go, goldfish, get the hell out of here. Declare bankruptcy. Hopefully I get some good money per stock. Hey, not bad, $115 per share. I had to pay a lot more than that, but at least I get something out of it. Hold on, goldfish appear to still exist. The hell? They definitely appear to still exist here. Okay, thank God, off they go. Whew! I was worried they were immortal. Actually thinking about it, if you want to make them go bankrupt while you control them, you could have them build a warehouse that imports something for you at a ridiculous cost. That's true. I still have to pay for the costs though, but good to see that building stuff on there works. You're right, that would have prevented me buying, prevented them from having to pay to my political party, but at least I never have to worry about politics again. And now we have my bakeries, the last company. It is the last, right? None of these have existed before. Yeah, great. None of these other ones should say 39 years or so on them. Ravens. Oh yeah, but I can't kill the ravens. They have plot armor. It's okay though, they don't do anything that I can't do myself, which is have competitive internet or telecommunications. Okay, bakeries, you gotta go. This is the final time. I need to set up like an $8 billion wee guy under me. So what is this? This is now Shell. I think we're on Mark 8 by now. And they are going to need a certain amount of money. And they're going to have Cao Cao as their CEO. Bakery surviving until second last in capitalism Hunger Games. Sort of funny. Well, they sorta gotta go. Okay, bakeries, it was 8 point something billion. What was it? Select all, transfer $8.6 billion to the Shell. So, financial actions, 8.6, capital injection. Not that much. Oh god, this is hard to do. 8.8 we'll have to do. Corporation, my bakeries, transfer, select all to Shell. And then hopefully you don't keep too many. That's not very many. No, not Shell Mark 8. Blazing Bakeries. Ah, the world is cleansed at long last. Thinking about it, I believe in destroying a lot of raw resource stuff, but that's okay. We can make do with that. Just feels so good to be rid of these things. BestBuy.com. Well, best bye-bye. Now, as long as I am careful and don't allow any of the existing companies that are out there any land to build on, I won't need to worry about this ever again. So there we go. Since you have nothing, I can just go stock market, and let's not even wait on it. Let's just integrate my bakeries. Straight up merger with you for 4.4 billion. Sure. Oh, did I make them take out all their money? Yeah, I did. Even if they have any. They got 14 billion for me, which is rather nice. So, my bakeries, merger, pay cash. Ah, look how clean it is. Everything here is either under my subsidiary or me. And then it's time to make this world clean.